Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I just woke up on this good, beautiful, hump day, hump day. Let's everybody make sure that they hump for the day. Let's just say that. Make sure you get something in. Just saying. Good morning, Mr. Rob. Good morning, Miss Dovey, RMY, Miss Coffee, Sweet Tea, 713. Good morning, y'all. Child, I just woke up. I got my coffee. I hope you got your coffee. I hope we waking up this morning on a good foot, on a good foot. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Mr. Zix, child, I gotta tell you something. Okay, but anyway, I'm gonna try not to say child as much because Jay Dunn gave me some criticism yesterday, some constructive criticism out of love. She said, "You say child every 2 seconds." I was like, I think I do, because it's almost become you know how when you say a specific word and it becomes like habit for you and you can't help it. That's what that word has come for me. It has become a habit that I need to break. And I've had a couple of words I've done that with over the years, a couple of phrases, you know what I'm saying? See what had happened was is another one for me, right? See what had happened was in retrospect, um, that's been mine for a lot of years. And then it's just something, something I do sometimes, child. I don't mean to. My nose is running, y'all, this morning. I gotta take my allergy medicine. My eyes are watering. I don't know if y'all ever had to deal with that, but child, I hate having indoor and outdoor allergies all year round. It kind of sucks. I know, right? It's a filler word, and I have so many of those that sometimes I've broken myself from some of them because I used to say y'all all the time for everything. Like, I don't know why. LOL was another one for me. I don't know why I put it in every sentence I did, even if it wasn't laugh out loud enough. It was sad. I still did it. I don't know why. It's different things. You know what I mean? Uh so I can't help myself sometimes. There's certain words that they do that for me, you know what I'm saying? Especially when I get extremely animated. Good morning, Miss Taylor Roberts. Good morning, Miss Annie, Miss Sunshine. Sunshine on a cloudy day. Miss Karma. Karma gonna give it to you. You know what I'm saying? I had to give me a sip of my coffee, child. I had to give me a sip of my coffee because I love my coffee early in the morning. So yesterday, all right, I was over there in the Mo3 sector, right? And child, I almost got myself into some mess, child. I gotta tell y'all what I did. My little whitetail was over there just chilling, just chilling. So I was over there watching Mathello Media, right? I was over there watching him. Shout out Mathello. And I was just watching them, because I like the Mo3 sector. I'm gonna start out with them this morning, then we're gonna switch over to beef sector because trust me, the beef sector was on fire. We got so much content on the beef sector. Let's just say it that way. It's a lot, so much so that I didn't even get to catch everything. So yeah, it was a lot, child. It was a lot. Okay. So the what had happened was over there, I was over there chilling, and then Queen 88 was playing around. Good morning, TC, my beauty. You know how much I love you, girl. Marisha, Annie, I make sure Char, my baby. I got to make sure I try to get everybody, child. If I don't, you just charge to my head, not my heart. And also, I want to make this announcement before I really get into that situation. Everybody is welcome here. The only way that the mods will block you is if you doxing somebody, you acting an outright fool. Like, you got to be doing something crazy, right? Because just like if I was moderating for sure, if I was and when I mod for the hood table or anybody else like that, you know what I'm saying? I respect their channel. They respect mine. We respect each other. We have a level of respect for each other and love for each other that we would never do nothing to hurt the other. You get what I mean? But we are going to protect each other. That's our thing. We love, we like a family, kind of, sort of. Been together for years. But, anybody is welcome. You can drop down if you're in the clouds, you know. And if you're busy doing something, that's fine too, baby. Just hit that like button. You know what I'm saying? Watch the content. Get your drink on this morning with your coffee. Do your shower or clean your dishes or whatever you got to do. Make your breakfast. Like I've said, everybody's welcome, baby. You know what I'm saying? The only way your butt's gonna get got is if you messing with one of the mods, because the mods, they my people. You know what I'm saying? So if you just randomly going at them, then what I want to do is create a space where everybody can come together. We can talk our stuff. You know what I'm saying? We can give our opinions and talk how we want to talk, but keep it respectful. You know what I'm saying? That's facts, Shar. I'm the same way. You know, that's why we get along so good. We don't block for personal reasons. We block because you're doing something that's going to hurt the channel holder. That's just the way we are. You know what I'm saying? So I want everybody to feel welcome. I want everybody to be, you know, having a good moment in a you know, this is morning. We don't want to do all that mess early in the morning. We ain't ready to woo bang early in the morning necessarily. We wait till the afternoon for that, don't we? You know, like you know, trolls. That's, you know, good morning, Red Wings. Good morning, Lady Tia. But Royal Court, hey, beauty. But yeah, I just wanted to put that out there because I know, you know, misconceptions are a thing. I have seen all of y'all's constructive criticisms. I'm going to try my very best, child. I am not a roast and gagger. And I repeat that. Not saying that I cannot. It's just not in my heart to just randomly start cussing folk out. Okay? It's not in my heart. That's not the way my heart is set up. Okay? My heart is set up that the only way that you're going to get that is if you deserve that. And also, I don't do fake manufactured beefs and stuff like that. Okay? That's not happening for me. You know what I mean? See, I'm old school beef sector. So I do it the old school way, right? You know, we didn't do all that stuff where you randomly just pick a fight at somebody for no apparent reason. No, we didn't do that back then. The beefs were all natural. You know what I mean? But let's get back to this Mo 3 sector thing, right? So I was over there chilling. I was chilling with him. I was chilling in the clouds, y'all, because I was scared to drop down, child. I admit it. I'd be scared over there sometimes, child. So I was in the clouds. Then they dropped Lady Wu. And then Lady Wu dropped live. I go over to Lady Wu's, and Lady Wu is going in, child. When I say in, she's going in. She's going in on Queen. She's going in on that's another one I accidentally say all the time. Sorry about that. She's going on who was it again, child? My ADHD's acting up. I have to sleep. I gotta go back to the top of my notes, child. I got notes. She's going in on 88 and Mathello, and she said that Mathello and Sean G was getting bent over and all that stuff, child. She was talking about 88 and all that, and then they were over there, they were joking around. Now they say they was joking around. I don't know. Me, myself, and I, they were joking that they were gonna P-bomb Wu, right? And because they were going to P-bomb Wu, you know what I'm saying? I went and told Wu, and just like I would do the same if I heard them say it towards Queen 88, Mathello, even people who don't like me, I would still go tell them. Let me tell you why. Because that kind of stuff can get your channel snatched. They was calling me snitch and big head and all kind of things in the chat, child. And I was like, and so I don't care. Because here's the thing. I ain't going to let nobody's channel get snatched in front of me. It ain't going to happen. Like, we all work entirely too hard for that. I'm telling you, I'm running in town like a 2-year-old. But, like, that's just the thing. If I sit there and hear it, and especially if you're one of my peoples, I sure ain't gonna let it happen to you. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell. I'm sorry. I'm snitching. I'm gonna be a 2-year-old. I can't help myself. So, you know, but no, pretty Quay. Yeah, I know she says she leaving YouTube, child, but she be over there on Motella and she got her life still. And you know, Duke was joking. But he said basically that Queen 88 and Mathello are a thing, child. But neither one of them denied it. I think they running a play on that. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? I think they running a play. I think they running a play, child. Mm-hmm. Ooh, I'm telling you. Oh, sunshine. Let me tell you something. If you don't know, I'm gonna tell y'all all something. If you don't know Lady Woo Woo, she is a sweetheart, but don't make her mad. Please don't make her mad. Trust me, you're gonna see the side that you ain't never seen before. And you're gonna need Jesus after that dragon. I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna need Jesus. Uh, but I do love me some Lady Woo. She's a sweetheart. If you knew her full story, and I'm not gonna tell it, that's hers to tell, because she don't want nobody to know everything. You would say, you know what I'm saying? That child's been through a lot. There's no wonder why she does the things she does and says the things she says and is the way she is. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but everybody got a story. I do get that. You know, y'all all gonna beef. It is what it is. I know that's the only thing I hate about them running plays in the Mo 3 sector. You know, over here, and even in the black sector, in the beef sector and black sector, we don't run plays like that too much. If we got a beef, it's real. Like, we really hate each other, child. It's up and it's stuck for a while, and we might get over it if it don't go too far on either side, and might become cool again after a while, but it takes a little while, right? Like, it ain't overnight and nothing like that. Like, you don't be seeing people drag people to filth and the very next day they cool. No, it takes a couple of weeks, because they be mad for a couple of weeks, right? Sometimes a couple of months, sometimes years, and some people never get over it. But it ain't fake. You know what I'm saying? All the beef is real. And that's the same thing that I say, you know, I don't understand the plays sometimes, because it becomes to a point that, can you believe anything that's said over there? What if something is real, and somebody really needs help, and you think, oh, it's just another play. It's just another play. It's just another money grab. That's all it is. And you stop believing them. It's like the little boy who cried wolf, right? But so anyway, me and Duke, we have a love-hate relationship. Or we did. We made up. I gotta tell y'all about it. So y'all know when VS flushed Duke on her stuff a while back, you know, I was the one that was saying what was saying in the chat. Well, he thought that I was snitching on it. I said, no, child, I was just saying what they were saying in the chat. The whole chat was going crazy. Why are you over here? But after what you said, blah, blah, blah. So I was repeating. I just asked a simple question. I wanted to answer like the chat did. Why are you over here? You know what I'm saying? If you don't like said situation, right? I was just repeating. I was repeating. I didn't know, VS. Also, I apologize. I didn't know that you had any plans. See, that's what Duke should realize. I didn't even know that she already knew. You know what I'm saying? I was just repeating what the chat was saying, child. And he asked me if I was a follower. I was like, I guess I would say yes, because I was following what the chat was saying. I was doing what my people were saying. You know what I'm saying? I trust my people. That's something. Hey, ODS loves, I want to thank you for, you know, all the constructive criticisms. And I've been listening. And I swear that play about the STDs almost made me pass out, child. When they was talking about they dug something out of somebody's cuckoo cat. I would not be on here telling y'all that I had my man. And I will say, I didn't hear Aisha necessarily say that. I heard Brandon say that. I want to make sure that's clear, because I don't want to put nothing on Aisha on her back that she didn't say out of her own mouth, right? But for that story to go around, I would be cussing that man for everything. I wouldn't be agreeing with him and adding to the play for him to be able to say he put his hand in my you know what and was pulling out stuff and taking pictures of it and you get what I'm saying? No, I would deny, cuss him out, right? And go on about my merry way. I wouldn't have let it get as far as it did, right? I believe they played a whole, you know, thing this was a whole play. And the only reason I believe that, now I do believe that they were probably spreading something to each other and got mad at each other about it. But I believe that they added more to it. You know, like putting 20 on 10. You know how when somebody tells a story and somebody else tells that story and more gets put to it than what was originally happened? Like you tell the story to A, B, C, D, and by the time it gets to F and G, and then, you know, X, Y, Z, the story's done total different. Child, I think that's exactly what happened with that story. Okay, so AKD, they after they had you know what, right? And they were using condoms one night. He saw something white, right? So she asked him, because she can't see down there, right? She a big girl, you know what I'm saying? She asked her man at the time, which was Brandon, to go down there, put, you know, see what it was. He pulled some stuff out and took a picture of her cootie cat for her to see and sent it, you know, showed it to her. Yeah, that's how the hand got down there again, is because she asked her man to do it. Which, I mean, if you had a problem, wouldn't you ask your man to help you out? I'm just saying. But at the same time, no, sweet baby Jesus, I ain't doing it. Hey, Queen Diva Love, tell Miss Tiva I said hi and I love you. Hey, She Love, good morning. Good morning, Pussycat. Good morning, Taylor. Good morning, Miss Morgan. Taylor, I'm trying to make sure I didn't, Fat, Kafayat, I think that's how you say it. Child, I'm sorry, charge it to my stupidity and being, you know, I'm country. Hey, Big Beasley Land. And all that stuff. And, you know, I just gotta say, how you been doing, Beasley? Child, I gotta tell on myself in a minute. Okay. But I'm gonna tell on myself in just a minute, child. So Mr. Beasley, that email that was sent to you, child, I thought you was the sender. But I do know for a fact that Les Watkins has been a troll in these sectors for years. They've been around. They had a troll page, right? They've been sending everything to everybody. Beasley, I thought you was the one that was sending everything around. I'm sorry, also, Mr. King ZX. I did not realize when you showed what you showed this morning that the original sender was Les Watkins. I thought it was Beasley. I was like, I know who that Paris name is. I seen him before. He hit the links, child. You know what I'm saying? I did not know. I am so sorry. I was going to break the news. It was Beasley, child. But I should have known that. ZX would have known that one. I should have known that. Y'all need to slap me upside the head this good morning. But I am going to do my research. You know what I'm saying? And see if I can find out more information on these streets. Maybe some past stuff that, you know, was said and done. Because you know how that go. You never know. You might be able to find an old video of said person on YouTube. Because YouTube don't, as long as people don't delete nothing and channels don't get struck, there ain't no telling what you can find. I ain't going to do no research. I'm going to say this right now. That is illegal. I don't do that, okay? But I do legal research. It's called a Google search. You know, that's free, child. That's free. I don't do that paid stuff. I don't go looking at people's informations. I don't do stuff like that, child. I just don't, okay? Oh, and I'm sorry, Jay Dunn. I went back to my child word. I am so sorry. See, I told you it's a habit. It ain't. And I've heard people talk about the way I talk. Let me explain something. We're going to have a conversation. Come on in, y'all. Come on in. Sit down with me. Sit down. I am goofy, okay? That's just my personality, okay? I can't help that. And the way that I talk, the reason I talk, and I get this question in my real life. So it don't bother me when people on the internet ask me about how I talk, right? I get that same question in person. You know what I'm saying? I get the first question I always get. Can all y'all guess what the first question I always get is? I can promise you I know what the first question I always get asked is. Are you married? That's the first thing that I get. to a black man. I go, no. That's the first question I always get every single time. Second one is, did you grow up? And I go, yeah. Oh, that explains it. That's always the question. Always. Every single time. I swear to God, I cannot help the way that I talk. Now, when I get extremely animated, my ghetto side comes out. I apologize. If I get extremely mad, then you will see like my country crazy side come out. My I want to cut a hoe in the name of Jesus side. I don't have an extremely proper side. Like, even when I'm trying to be proper, my deep south is not coming out of me. There is no way to stop it. I cannot. It's gonna be this way. I'm where I'm originally from, right? They almost talk like you from Memphis. So in some ways, I've had people also ask me, are you from Memphis? And I'm like, no, but I ain't too far. You know what I'm saying? I'm not too far from Memphis. So that's why I kind of speak like that, right? It's just something you pick up on when you're children. And it is what it is. So that's all I can say, child. I can't change that about myself. It's my accent, child, okay? And let me stop saying child again. Jay Dunn gonna beat me over the head with a stick, child. There I go again. See, look, y'all, I'm gonna make it into a funny laugh. You know me, I can't help myself. But let's get back to the commentary before I go off on a tangent about myself. You know how that goes. But where I'm originally from, yeah, they call it mini Memphis if you want to know, because it's just as bad. It's just a little bit smaller. It's not a big a city as Memphis. Memphis is huge. You know what I'm saying? It's a little bitty town in Mississippi, but they call it mini Memphis. I don't know if y'all know it. And if anybody from Mississippi, you would know that what town I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? If you're from up here. Now down south may not know about it, because that's a weird thing about Mississippi. The people from down south Mississippi and the people from North Mississippi, we all talk we talk similar, but like we don't know what they do sometimes, and they don't know what we do up here. You know what I mean? But let's get back to the commentary. So I think that was the last thing. I didn't really have that much on the Mo 3 today. There were some other situations I was going to look into, because it's just a lot to try to keep up with over there when the beef sector was beef sectoring this morning. You know what I'm saying? The beef sector was beef sectoring all day yesterday. And I got to go. Child, I am so sorry, y'all, about my allergies this morning. I took my allergy pill, but sometimes it takes a minute for it to go through, and my eye is watering right now, so I got to itch my eyeball. And I did say eyeball. I got to itch it. Sorry about that. Them allergies. Oh, you used to live in Memphis? See, I love Memphis. I do. See, that's another thing, Red Wings. I get asked that question because they can't figure out sometimes, because my accent is so, what do you call that, mixed around, that they don't know where I'm from. And they're like, wait, hold on a minute. Is you from Mississippi, Alabama, Louisiana? They know I'm not from Louisiana, although I do know a lot of Louisianians. You know what I'm saying? A lot of French Cajuns, baby. I love them French Cajuns. I love the way they talk and everything. I love them so much. I got a couple of friends from down there. You know what I mean? But I had to scratch that eyeball, child. It was itchy. My allergies are like whoop whoop. They on 60 on 10. All right. Did y'all see Breeze live yesterday? I swear for God. Oh, I know, love. I know. I just be trying to, put some things out there, child. Thank you, beautiful. Did y'all see Breeze? Bree's birthday was yesterday. Okay, we're gonna say happy birthday to her again, child. She the big 333, and I'm gonna say this: Okay, happy birthday, girl. Cause I remember when you was a little 20-somethinger, and it was so cute. It's like watching somebody grow up in front of your face. You know what I mean? It's like watching somebody that you seen grow. Like I've seen her channel go from nothing to something. It's amazing if you think about it, right? At first, she didn't want to do this stuff, but she's doing the thing. You got to give her credit on that. She doing the dang thing. You know what I'm saying? But child, there was a lot that happened in her live yesterday. All right. She said, let's see what's going on here. Okay. Reed sent over 60 text messages. But that was conversations between Miss Lightbright, which is Lil Pressure, and Reed. She sent her 60 screenshots. Do you know how many screens? Man, that's a lot. I would have did a screen recording because I'm lazy. Do you know how many? I would have did a screen recording, get it all done one time, right? Well, yesterday Bree was reading some of those out, talking about them, and Bree and Pizza and Lady Nika was talked about, and Chocolate Bay was talked about again. Chocolate Bay, let me give you a little word of advice, buddy. Those people are not your friend. Reed was never your friend. I'm gonna say this: if you done heard it from 3 different sources that they were talking about you behind your back, they don't care. Okay? They do not care. Chocolate Bay, this is the 3rd. Oh, wait. The phone calls you was done. So that was between Wiggs, Crystal G, and Reed, right? Or Wiggs and Reed. Then you got to add in a little pressure. Oh, girl, let me go ahead and do this. I got to do this. Oh, we got a special guest, child. We got a special guest. Let me get my guest banner put up here. I was waiting on her, child. I was waiting on her. Where did that one go? There it went. Uh-oh. Good morning, beautiful.
It's morning.
Who's that?
Hey, y'all. What up?
Oh, it's my girl, the hood table, my
Good
beauty.
morning.
Good morning, gorgeous. We was just getting on what happened on Breeze yesterday, child.
Hold up. Look at the circles. How you get that up there?
Girl, if you go in there, they got that. That's a new thing. That's a new thing.
See, I don't never mess around in StreamYard. I literally create videos and do the shit, and then I hop off.
It's in the brand thing, child. And they got that one, this one, and then the one we usually use.
Oh, hey, Mitri, for reals. I'm gonna have to peep around in the settings. That's cool. It looks like 2 records.
Yeah, that's the reason I like it when we're using our little pictures.
Yeah, hey, sunshine. How you doing, Charlie? Now, what had happened? What's tea?
Okay, we was talking about, how over there on Breeze. Did you watch Breeze live yesterday?
No, I honestly meant to get to it, but I was just watching so many videos and it got late and I went to sleep.
Girl,
Hey, yes, hey,
you know how we you know how we do, boo. You know how we do. We if I miss something, you catch it, and if I get something, you know what I'm saying?
That's right. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so basically there was a bunch of text messages shared. Reed sent Bree 60 screenshots of messages between Light Bright and Reed, right? They was talking about,
so that's what the title of her show was about. Okay.
Yeah, see, they were talking about Pizza, Lady Nika, Chocolate Bay again. I done said Chocolate Bay, he need to just, they ain't your friend, child, if they doing that to you. Benzone was even mentioned, and they said BS should have got the smoke instead of them. And there was a lot of weight. They were talking about Chocolate Bay, that Bree was jealous of Chocolate Bay's weight loss.
No way.
Yeah, they said that Bree was jealous of Chocolate Bay's weight loss. And they said they know the troll, and I ain't calling you just pizza because, I don't do it. The troll pizza is jealous of ODS, child. They said it, child. I was like, I like ODS. He's cool.
Okay, these messages came from Reed.
It was Reed and Lightbright. You know, Little Pressure.
Right.
They said it was between them two.
The one who be going back and forth with Bree sometime.
Well, see, Reed and them and her was behind the scenes together too, and so it. I don't know if anybody else is gonna come out here with any information of being behind the scenes and outing themselves. You get what I'm saying? But so far, we have Wigs coming out with stuff. You know what I'm saying? We have Reed herself sending stuff that she had conversations, and I think the reason why, in my opinion, to everybody, and if I, you know, there, that Lightbright, and I mean that Reed came out here with that was because of Lightbright's Little Pressure's video the other day when she had Crystal G up there that we talked about yesterday, or was it yesterday or day before yesterday? When she had Crystal G up there, she had Miss Tisa come up there and all that stuff. Basically, Bree's Live was, you know, a comeback to that video a little bit. Some of it, because there was other stuff that happened too. But the main topic of it was that it was like she was coming back, showing the receipts that she had been sent, and she was talking, you know, like, you know, they hating, you know, they used to be mods for Brie and stuff, you know, they still mad, they talking crap, you know, it was her kind of way of saying, you know, getting her get back a little bit, even though technically she didn't really have to, it was hot tea. So Brie understood the assignment that it was hot tea. If y'all ain't got a chance, y'all can go over there and listen to all the things that Brie said from those text messages, and she didn't say it all. I'm pretty sure there's a lot more. She just basically did like a summarization. You know what I mean? Telling people who was talked about and some of what was said. Mostly if it pertained to her, you know, P, ODS, you know, and even then she said they didn't talk bad about ODS. So, you know, that's one up for ODS. ODS is actually, I think a lot of people love him. I really did. And then, girl, on that same live, Bree said VS might have caught a body with Reed. Reed, she said Reed didn't go as hard as she should have. You know what I'm saying? Because on these B-Sec streets, be honest, you don't quit. You go harder. Or you ignore said person and do your own thing, but you don't run away. But I think it's because
you don't shut your channel down, and then and this makes like the second time she done left, even though she really hasn't left, right? She's still here, you know, hitting panels and doing interviews and stuff like that. But this makes the second time that she left. As far as I know, the first time, of course, was the camera slip, which a lot of people was like, she shouldn't have left in. I mean, hell, if you're gonna come back, we still know what you look like when you left, so. You know, it is what it is, but yeah.
I mean, eventually, if she would have stopped talking about it, this would have went away. If she had left,
that's how it works. Yeah.
If she leaves VS alone, VS would leave her alone. This would all go away. People might commentary on it for a little while, and then it goes away.
Yep. And by 2:00 p.m. the next day, we on to something else. You know, we can drag some shit out though too, but I know what you're saying. Eventually, it goes away, and it becomes like, you know, B-Sector history or something in the archives that might get brought up every now and then, but you know.
I do kind of think it's right. What she should have done is walked away for a little while, took a break, because you know she can't let stuff go when she gets in any ways triggered. We've seen her do how many lives on somebody in one day? You know what I'm saying? Walk away for a little while. Stop poking the bear. That's what I tell people. There are certain people on this apparatus. I ain't poking. Y'all can call me a scared little white girl all you want to. I ain't poking them. I ain't doing it. I don't really, know how old those messages are, per se. I've heard about them. I've not seen them myself, right? So without seeing them myself, I can't really tell you the dates. Bree did not say what dates the messages were. like how old they were, from what time period. Because even with the Crystal G stuff, I think that was really, really old. I heard some of what they were talking about in the recordings. That stuff was old, right? Because, you know, I like Crystal G. I think she's a sweetheart. I wished that she would do an interview with somebody and really lay it all on the table. But some people sometimes don't feel like they have to clear their name. You know what I'm saying? They don't care. They
So,
doing the.
let me make sure I understand this right, though. So, how many pages was it?
It was 60 screenshots, child. 60.
And these were conversations Reed had with who?
With Lil Pressure, with Light Bright.
And who else?
Well, that's all the that's all the ones I know about. That was just a conversation. Can you imagine the other conversations?
So and there's when you say though, but when you say, and what up everybody who's hitting me up in the chat? Hey, how y'all doing? Good morning. Please make sure you guys support Charlie and like and share the video. But oh, what I gonna say? Oh yeah, when you said like Bree was jealous of Chocolate Bae's weight loss. So who's saying this? Like, is Light Bright saying this is what Reed told me? Is that what I'm?
Well, here's the thing.
Like, it was Light Bright all this, like who's telling all this information?
Well, Light Bright, even Bree said this now, and if Light Bright is in the chat or if you're in the clouds, baby, and you want to drop down, you want to hit the link, let me know. You are more than welcome to come up here and say what you got to say. Bree, if you were in the clouds, and y'all are more than welcome to do that. The only thing that I ask is be respectful. You know what I'm saying? One at a time talking. That's it. That's all. That's it. If you don't want to talk to each other, I can bring up one at a time. You know what I'm saying? Do it like that. Bring one up, let you say your piece, bring the other up. If the other one got a rebuttal, so on and so forth. You know what I'm saying? But basically, Bree said that most of the conversation was led and started by Light Bright. Reed so did play was into
telling it. Reed, oh girl, guess what? Bree's jealous of
Chocolate Bae for his weight loss.
And where was she getting this? I guess that's what. Okay, maybe I'm asking. Maybe I'm looking into it too much because how did Light Bright know that? Like, I'm sure Bree isn't jealous of his weight loss.
Well, you know they had that beat, and I think it was just like they were talking about Bree's weight, making fun of her, and all that, and it's like, oh, so she's jealous of. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's jealous of Chocolate Bae. You know she is.
Okay, and so these messages came out. When did Bree and them fall out?
Oh, that was a while ago. Cause child, that was during the time. I'm gonna say this because I left. They were there as moderators. I came back. They were gone as moderators.
So the dates, and Bree didn't say the dates of these messages. There was no dates on there.
She didn't exactly say exactly when those messages were talked about. I would love for her, if she's in chat or anybody can get in touch with her, for Bree, if she's seen any dates on it. Like, was this 6 months ago? Was this a year ago? Was this recent?
Because if it was a while ago and they broke up a while ago, or she fired the mods or whatever you want to call it, or they quit, and they were beefing already, it kind of, I guess, matters when the messages were received or sent. But I don't know. How did she react when she got it? Because again, I missed her video.
She didn't really it didn't really bother her. You could tell, like she was just like, you ain't gonna believe what was sent to me and what was said. You know what I'm saying? And she would just read over, said they just hating, child. I believe that it was during the time of their beefing. Because I believe that if it was said previous to their beefing, that Bree would have said, see, you had it out for me even when we were friends.
Right. Well, you see what Sunshine said, how Light Bright knows if she and Bree don't speak.
Well, see, they used to long time ago, but they don't anymore and haven't for a long time. I believe it's because there's still hurt feelings there. I believe there's still, there's still a lot there. And at the time, what, when you mad at somebody, like it may take a little while and eventually you get over it. And You know what I'm saying? But at first, when you're first beefing, you know how if you talk to your good Judy, you gonna read that person for filth for at least a little while until you let it go. Now, I myself, I'm gonna let it go within 15 minutes after I'm done. But that may not be other people.
Yeah, Sunshine said that happened so long ago. Light Bright expressed her feelings about Brie on our community wall. And as far as Chocolate Bay, I like Chocolate Bay too. I like Brie too.
I do too.
As far as his weight loss, wasn't he like sick?
Yeah, he actually I he got put in the hospital and stuff, and it was all
Right,
kinds
I
of stuff
remember him
happened to
making
him.
those videos. Mm-hmm.
And but he lost a lot of weight years and years and years ago. Like when I say this his weight loss journey happened not too long after DC Gate.
Okay, yeah, okay, I can recall that.
So that's been a minute ago. He lost all, like, this is the way that I saw it. And if anybody in the chat agrees or disagrees, you could please tell me. I saw him one day, he looked one way, and then he disappeared for a while. He came back and he was a different way. That's the way I remember it.
I remember too. He was always on here, doing commentary. You know, mostly he does like sometimes he do B sector stuff, but a lot of times he be doing like celebrities and or trending news or something like that. His videos be really short, but yeah, I do remember he had left and then he came back and he was smaller. And I remember he was talking about being in the hospital and you know I can't swear on it, but I could have sworn he said, something about, he thought this was it or, something like that. And, basically I can't remember exactly why he was in the hospital if he said, but I'm glad that he is doing better now.
I am
Yeah.
too, because
I can't imagine being jealous of that though, of his weight loss. I mean, I don't know.
it happened because of, here's the thing. Brie has done her weight loss on her own. She goes to the gym. She's trying to eat right. She's doing her thing on her thing thizzle on her own, right? I would not be jealous of someone who lost their weight because of a sickness, because I wouldn't want that sickness, right?
Or even if they got half their stomach cut out. I mean,
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't be jealous then, or either if they did it the right. I don't want to say the right way because there are situations where some people, depending on like their DNA or some people they just like one thing that Bree says, which is true. I'm a little chunky girl to myself, right? I always say that I'm thick. But a lot of people think that people are big because they just eat all day long. That's all they do is just eat all day long. And some people, it's like in their genes, and their metabolism might be messed up, or it might be a thyroid issue, or it might be, something internal that's really, they can work out and run and all this kind of stuff and still seem like the weight don't come off. So some people, it could be also something life threatening too. And the doctor say, listen, we got to do this. You're going to have to get up on the table so that we can get some of this weight off of you because, your health is at risk. So every big person ain't the same.
Yeah. And it's not, sometimes it's not because of what they eat. Also, sometimes you have slow metabolisms, you have thyroid issues. There's so much to it. Like you can't judge two books by the same cover. Even if they got the same cover, when you open it up, it could be different things on the inside, right? Not everything is the same. So every person is different. The way they lose weight can be different. Because here's the thing, I'll give you a little advice, Brie, because a lot of people don't know this, but I used to be a big girl. Long time ago. See, what had happened was, in retrospect, I was into sports real heavy, right? And then my brother passed. And we moved out of the area that I was living in, right? And moved to a different place. So I had to stop sports because it was in the middle of the season. You know how that goes, right? So I ballooned up like really bad, like got really big really quick. But I lost it. Oh, it took years to lose it back to my normal size, right? And I've always been a thick girl anyways. But it wasn't because of me overeating. It was because my body was so used to exercise all the time and then nothing, because I was eating exactly the same as I was before.
But she was working out so much that she was burning a whole bunch of calories. So the body was like, hold up, I gotta keep all this right here.
It was tripping child. It went to tripping child. It was, you know what I'm saying? And then eventually what happened, I didn't go on a diet. Actually, when I went on a diet, I gained weight, which is weird. But I tried to diet child and it made me gain more weight, which was crazy because I wasn't doing it the right way. I was young, right? So I wasn't doing it the right way. But I stayed on the way then because I wasn't really eating extremely unhealthy, right? I went to just stay in that way, right? And eventually my body caught back up and it realized, hey, we're not doing what we used to do, but let's chill out a little bit. And I started losing the weight a little over time. And because that's one thing that I people are always like, how did you lose that weight? I'm like, I really don't know. Um, my body went back to its normal state, right? It went back to stasis. But you know, you can do different diets. I saw Brian the other day was doing a live, and he was walking the track and everything for his health. You know, getting right. I'm like, you know, do what's best for you, and it may not be what's best for others. Like you may not be able to. People who have knee conditions, back conditions, right? You may not be able to go to the gym every day. You can do water aerobics. You can do walking. You know what I'm saying? You may not be able to do high intensity workouts or nothing like that. Do what's right for you. Find your medium. You know what I'm saying? And not every diet is going to work for every person. I know I learned that the hard way, child. But yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot, girl. It was a lot that went on in Bree's live. And then it goes on to say that Light Bright basically was should have went at Reed on her own years ago, right? Or going at Reed instead of, you know, she should have came out herself way before now that they waited on VS basically to run off Reed before they came out. Like they didn't do it while she was here, pretty much. You know what I'm saying?
And why should she had went at Reed? So they were beefing too?
Well, basically, you know, where she did the live and she was letting go how they feel about what's being said, what is said. I think they were doing responses, and that's the reason they came out. But Bree thinks that the only reason, or the way she stated it, and you know, is the reason they came out, and now is because she's not here. So she's not going to come back at them. She can't defend herself, so they can say what they want to say, pretty much, right? But they could have done that before she left and actually went head to head with her. But it was after the VS situation when Reed left that they came out. But it was also after the phone calls came out. You get what I'm saying? It was after some things was let out. Specifically, I believe that Light Bright popped up that live to help Crystal G. That's what I think. And Crystal G felt
Reed's whole purpose was for doing that, like to take some of the light off of her, or I mean, I don't know. It's weird how she left and then she's still doing things behind the scenes. That's kind of weird.
Yeah, because like if you're gonna do that, just go ahead, recrank your stuff up, say what you gotta say, and if you want to leave again, leave again. If you want to stay, stay. Like it would come better. Or if you want to set up you know, like she was supposed to do that thing with Miss Just Blaze. Do that. You know what I'm saying? Let it all on the table, then walk away. Or disappear like you said you was going to, because you're not ignoring what is being said right now. And it's like you can't, you got it. You know, they're going to make you content at least for a few weeks, because this is a big story. If you think about it, Reed may or may not know this. Regardless, she was a big content creator. Her name rang bells in these streets. It did. It would be like if when VS left, everybody talked about it. If Bree left, if Pizza left, if anybody, ODS, you know what I'm saying? You, the Hood Table, if any of y'all decided to walk away, we gonna talk about it for a couple of weeks. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a big story. And that's what content creators do. They're going to talk about the hot story. But if she ignores it, it goes away within a few weeks. She knows this. If you're not coming back, why would you want your name to stay hot?
Now, what happened to that video? Did she ever do a video? She was supposed to do a premiere and drop a whole bunch of receipts. Did she ever do that?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
And she also, we did not see, like, you know, Just Blaze got put in the situation a little bit. That was, if you heard my commentary yesterday or day before yesterday, I can't remember which day now because, you know, things are starting to run together. But that was literally going to be clickbait of her coming out telling everything. It was just to clear the part about, you know, mental health. That's all that was. So there's been no tell all, no, I'm going to come say everything. I'm going to lay it all on the table. There's been nothing like that happen. She gave Bree those text messages, screenshots of them, and that's pretty much been most of what the story has proceeded to be now. Wiggs came out here and did, you know, release the phone calls to BS, and they're on the podcast, y'all. If y'all ain't heard them, she's got them looped. She's got the first and the second one, and you can listen. I'm gonna say it's a lot in those calls to the point that I tried to summarize them, and some of it I had to listen to 2 or 3 times, like to get the gist, because it's like almost like your brain goes into overwire a little bit. It's a little too much sometimes. I have ADHD and I can't keep up. I'm just telling the truth. That's all I got to say. I do. But in that same live with Bree, that Bree was sitting there. She, you know, Pills came up there. Okay, Lady Snoop has a recording of Pills on the phone, another one, and she sent it to Bree. Pills came up there and he was stuttering, child. Bree caught him and he said, well, I must have, at first he was like, what, it's got to be fake. This phone call.
Hold on. So he's still talking to Snoop behind the scenes?
Well, he was, and I believe this is around the time that he was talking to her. And, you know, he's supposedly back with Brooke or whatnot. But she has a phone recording and she released it. And this was during the time he was talking to Brooke, saying he wasn't talking to Snoop. The dates are on it, child. It was
so in. That's why Brooke was going in on Snoop the other day, and Snoop had to hit the link, and they was going back and forth.
Yup, there's a phone recording of Pills, and he was stuttering, child. He was like, yeah, that so somebody had to fake it. It had to be fake. And then he was like, and then Bree asked him simple question: did you or did you not talk to, you know, what was the last day and all this? And it was yes or no questions. He did not answer. He you know, went around it and was stuttering. And then he said, I must have been drunk. I must have been drunk. Then he said, I gotta go. And he took off running, child. But
what was on the video? I mean, what was on the audio?
She ain't played the audio yet.
What?
She has not done that yet. She has it. And I'm gonna say this, Lady Snoop, woo woo. If you out in there and you want to send me that audio, child, I'll play it. I will. I'll play that audio. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Shawnees, they said Brooke and Snoop, yeah, they was on his panel. Go and edit. And Brooke, they said Brooke was saying that Snoop is jealous of her. Well, you know, she always say everybody jealous of her. She was like, because I got long hair, my hair real, and I'm cute, and I'm this, and I'm that. You know how Brooke is. I just be cracking up every time somebody on here be like, they jealous of me. I look good. I got this. You know, whatever. Everybody always jealous. Everybody. It can't never be that motherfucker just don't like your ass. And I ain't saying in particular to Brooke. I'm just saying every time I hear that when people say they jealous of me, I'm like, have you ever considered that you just are unlikable? Or or they just don't like you. Y'all just don't vibe. Y'all don't click. It ain't always they don't like you because they think you cuter than them or whatever. Anyway, I digress.
Oh Lord, I swear.
Oh,
And
Shami said I'm saying
I'm a
it.
lady Nika had me laughing at some of her chats, child, when she was in there and she was talking about the light bright situation. Lady Nika said, I don't give not two Newport shorts what that little hurt bitch say. She can't add nothing to me on my platform. I was like, child, I went to
Hold on, she
laughing.
was talking about Brooke. What she call her?
No,
Two
talking
what?
about the light bright situation.
Oh, okay.
She said she don't care what she said about her child. She really don't. And then she said she don't give two Newport shorts. She killed me with that. And she said, well, her cash apps wasn't an issue when she had her chat help her. She said, remember that little bitty clear, itch. I was like, oh my God, Lady Nika. If y'all hadn't seen the chat where Lady Nika she was going in, child, y'all got to go back and read. I forgot. Bree be erasing her chat sometime when she upload. But child, y'all had to have been there. Lady Nika was going in the chat, and I was laughing the way she said the two Newports. She don't give two Newport shorts. I could not help myself. Yeah, I forgot that Bree's chat's always gone because she don't save it. I forgot that, but I just remembered. But the way she said she couldn't give two Newport shorts, she did put it on screen though. That one specifically. You right, Miss Shawnee's. That one right there, I about fell out of my chair, spit my drink out. I couldn't help myself. Lady Nika, you funny.
She can be really, really funny. Yeah, especially when she be roasting and dragging. I'll be like, child.
But yeah, no, the Snoop and I can't wait till somebody releases the audios of and Lady Snoop, if you in here, if you see this, if you release them yourself or somebody release, please let me know. I want to hear it, child. I gotta hear it. I gotta see how he was talking, because I know he was saying, baby, I like you and stuff, you just good people. Like, I could hear it in my head, him talking up big to Lady Snoop and then doing the same thing to Bree. Because you know how men do. They'd be like, oh baby, you everything to me, child. Like, I like you, Lady Snoop. You know what I'm saying? You a good looking woman. You got that beautiful chocolate skin. You know what I'm saying? You dress so pretty. Like he was trying to get some. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's gonna be salacious, I
The
believe.
way you spit them bars.
Child. He was stuttering, Miss Shawnee. He was stuttering. The hood table. I mean, like, it gotta be fake. Somebody done faked the phone call. And then he was, I must have been drunk. It was the I must have been drunk for me, child. It was the I must have been drunk. I'm like, you gonna blame it now, and you gonna say you was drunk the whole time? Oh my God. That one right there, child. That one right there. That was the funny part for me.
Mm-mm-mm. Hey, everybody in the chat. Miss Coffee, James, Hypnotic Touch, Choreo Lover, hey boo, RNY, what's up? Marquette, it's a lot of people in the chat. Hey, Very Carrie and Rob, and I know we just been up here talking and talking. Hey, Annie, LaKendra.
Hey, Z Sarah. Hey, beautiful peoples. And then Lady Snoop said in chat that the reason that she do this is because how you gonna betray and then think I wasn't gonna get my lick back after lying to Bree? Oh yeah, he was troll food. That's exactly what she said, word for word. Oh, he was troll food. He should have never lied. I believe that this recording was after he said he wasn't supposed to talk to Lady Snoop. And that's what I believe, child. I believe she got him on a different one. I think there's two of them.
Their relationship was fake in the first place, right? I mean,
Oh
ain't that what
yeah.
she said to Shelly? That it was all a play in the first place. So does it really matter if he was on the phone with Snoop?
Yeah, because now it's not a play, but it was a play. Like you make a decision here. Are y'all together? Y'all not together?
Yeah,
Y'all
like are they
playing?
together? I mean, I didn't fall for any of that shit. I remember I used to say I think they still together. Her and her husband, I think they still under the same roof, surrounded by the same four walls. But you know, hey. And hey, Sarah, how you doing? And
But
Pastor Not, how you doing?
did
Good
you catch?
morning.
You know, we were both up in Lemons last night, right? Ooh, it's supposed to get. He said he got something on Shakim that if Shakim today comes back at him for what he said last night, and he didn't even say that much, and he said he wasn't gonna let nobody lie on Shakim. He
Hold
did
on, you
say
talking about who?
Lemons last
So
night.
Lemon got more. Hold up. We already done found out the boy was wearing Lemon clothes.
He was going through his suitcase. Mm-hmm.
And he didn't have no money. And they was didn't he say they were somewhere getting drinks or something and he didn't buy anything? He was just sitting around like
Uh-huh. They went to go get slushies, and he didn't get one. Everybody got one but him. And he's the reason that Lolo got stuck with the bill for the burger, Burgergate. Because Shakim was supposed to pay for Lemon's burger that morning or that day. And he said, no, he ain't got it. And he paid for his burger now. He paid for his burger, but he left it on Lolo. And Lolo, she told, when Lemon found out that that's what happened, he offered to give Lolo a cash app or buy her something the next day. You know what I'm saying? But they ended up not meeting up or whatnot. And, that's they worked it out. They cool. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's because Shakim was supposed to pay for that. I don't know if they had a conversation before, but he just basically told the dude that Shakim was going to pay for his burger. I don't know what, child. But then he had that one sock on. They said he had one sock on and one sock off, child. And it was black socks and they didn't match. Mm-hmm.
I still can't believe somebody who says they make 70 something dollars an hour went to Vegas like that. Like uh, mm, 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 mm.
And child, when he went on the
Sometimes
strip
you
to
just need to
beg,
stay at home. Sometimes you just need to stay at home.
I'm going to call
Have
that
a
sock
staycation.
gate,
What they call
child.
it, a staycation? Put a tent in the backyard, light a fire pit, roast some marshmallows.
Hey,
Just
them
a
is so.
staycation.
Child, I'm going to call that sock gate. We got sock gate, slushy gate, burger gate, all within Vegas gate. And then he also said that when he was going to let him borrow some clothes and whatnot, right? Well,
Yeah, when he
Lemon,
was trying on his clothes, and I'm like, come on now, this dude is short as shit. And Lemon is 6 foot something. I didn't really understand how or why Lemon even thought that he could probably wear his clothes. Like he would be walking around flooding or having the pants pulled up to his chest looking like Urkel. Like and the shoes, like they don't even wear the same size. That was weird. He would have done better going to a local Goodwill or thrift store, buying a couple of outfits for a couple of dollars.
child, he basically said when he turned around and he was looking at himself in the mirror, Shakim was going through his luggage, just going to take what he wanted out of Lemon stuff. Not, hey, can I borrow a shirt? And then Lemon hand him a shirt. You know what I'm saying? He was like, nah, I don't want to wear this. I don't want to wear this. I do want to wear this. I'm like, how you gonna go through another man's things? You know what I'm saying? And say you want to, what you gonna do with his stuff? And then
Well,
oh, go
mhm.
ahead, girl.
Oh no, I was just looking at Shawnee's. I was like, "What the?" She said, "Child, why I'm up here trying to highlight your chat like I'm on my own panel." I'm up here trying to click on Shawnee's comment. It said, "Child, let me go forget she was showing Peen this AM. Who was showing Peen this AM?" Shanice.
Miss Shawnee's, who's doing it?
What happened? Hey, Jay Dunn, good morning.
That's the
Hey,
comment you turned.
TMO, good morning.
Ooh,
Who
ooh,
was
child.
talking?
Oh, Sorry about that, Jadon. Don't hit me. I've been trying to take away the child thing. I have. You got to be proud of me,
Girl,
Jadon. I ain't
she
did it.
flunked. She been flunking that all morning, J Dizzle. All morning.
Oh, this is what Miss Shawnee's just said. Lemon showed Tracy.
Lemon show Tracy the peen.
Oh,
What? Oh, you know what, Shawnee's?
I got to go
hush,
back and
because I'm
watch
probably
that.
reading it all wrong. I'm probably reading it all wrong. But hold up. Speaking of Tracy, what was that? They said Jay Wilson was over there. I heard something that they said Noble said that Jay Wilson was looking at him all strange and stuff when he was visiting Tracy. And Jay Wilson said because he looked so fragile, he thought he was gonna break. He was so thin and fragile. Oh my God. Did you hear about that?
I ain't hear about that, child.
I don't know. Maybe they can put something in the chat because I didn't watch it, but I was hearing about it. But Jay Wilson was like, I wasn't looking at him like I wanted him or nothing. I was looking at him like, oh, he looks so fragile. He looks so sick. He looks so.
Ooh, I gotta go watch
I
Tracy. Look at
I can't
that.
even remember.
Look at that.
Oh, you heard that, Eddie?
They said that it was backstage and Tracy made a video. Ooh. Ooh, Miss Shawnee.
He can be so funny sometimes. And I'm like, hearing him talk about poor Noble. Oh, I not like me so Noble. I really do. So no shade, but that shit was funny. Oh shit.
I'm gonna tell you.
How you go out of town broke. Not broke.
They were saying in chat.
Broke Charlie.
They were saying in chat and everything that why didn't he just go to like Dollar General and buy him something or Target or somewhere?
Remember when I told you the story how one time I had went out of town and we had went to Texas and or was it Florida? I don't remember, it don't matter. But it was like 2 a.m. We always leave around like 2 a.m. in the morning when we go out of town. And I had told my son, before you lock the door, grab my last suitcase. Girl, why we get all the way out of town to my hotel and my suitcase was missing. And I was panicking. And he's like, I did put all the suitcase in the car. I'm like, no, you didn't. So then I was like, dang, did he leave it outside of the car on the street? Is my suitcase on the street back at the crib? Anyway, I had to go out and buy all undergarments, toothpaste, deodorant, stuff for my hair, my face. I had nothing, no drawers, no bra. I had to go out and buy everything, at least for a week's worth of clothes. You know what I'm saying? And I was so mad. And then we got back home and there was a damn suitcase sitting in the house, in the living room, right next to the door. I was like, I told you forgot my doggone suitcase. But yeah, I mean, shit, and I wasn't making no $70-some an hour, by the way.
That's what I'm saying.
I went down to the dollar store. And most of the stuff I got from the dollar store, like all my face and hair and all that beauty stuff, you know. But anyway, you said Tracy made a video about it, Hypnotic. Okay, I gotta go watch it.
Yeah, I gotta go watch that. I missed that. I was trying to keep with everything. I fell asleep. Well, I went over there. Lolo had her, her celebration oratory live and stuff and whatnot for her getting monetized. Congratulations again, Beauty.
How did that go?
Oh, it was good, child. I was an hour late because I was getting some, but that's side the point. I
was getting some head. Uh-oh, let me shut up.
Anyway, child. So I'm up there with Lolo and we cutting up, we laughing, we getting funny. You know how I get goofy sometimes. And then this dude comes up out of nowhere, right? He comes up out of nowhere. And he starts like talking about how he loves black women and he wants to do things and only a black woman can, satisfy him or do right by him. He was talking crap about white women. I don't think at first that he knew I was white, even though my picture's up there. I really don't. Because then all of a sudden I pop up with, I'm white, right? Because
what did he say? Good morning, ZX.
He's like, well, you cool. You cool. You know what I'm saying? But he was trying to down, white women. So I was like, I'm white, right? had to say that.
So who was he? Was he like from around the sector, a different sector, or did
He would.
just...
This is the thing, right? Okay. After we're sitting there, we're having our little conversation with him, cut up. We joking with him. I'm messing with Lolo, telling her he gonna throw her against the wall and everything else. You know what I'm saying? Just joking with him. And then we find out he's streaming Lolo on his stuff. And he had been going around to different platforms that are, black folk platforms.
No way.
Yes, he did. And he was messing with women. He went on another one right after Lolo dropped him, and he couldn't even get Black Queen out before he got dropped, child. They dropped him and threw him away. When he got that first little sentence, like he said to Lolo out, he didn't even get 5 seconds on that platform. I was laughing so hard because I was just...
his name? What did his name come up as? Do you remember?
It's Wamazer. I got the channel. Yeah, I got the channel name or whatnot.
Okay.
So, if I see him pop up anywhere else, trust me, I'm going to be the first one to snitch. Drop him. I'm going to be the first one to snitch. It was a little white boy.
I said the dude was creepy as F, and as soon as I heard his voice, I got bad vibes. Ain't no telling he probably would have P-bombed or something like that.
Oh, girl. No, he was basically one of those people, because when we went to his channel and was looking, right, on the secondary video, because that video got struck, so he had to take it down, right? And the second one, when he popped up, he was showing his booty and everything, child. Like, he was on his own channel. I'm like, that channel gonna be gone, right? Oh, Miss Shaunis, we knew it was a white boy when he first popped up, when she had the banner up. We knew, because you can tell. You know what I mean? You can tell.
Well, it sounds like he might have been on a mission, because look, he pops out of nowhere. She just got monetized, and you go over to his channel and he's showing his booty. Like, yeah, he could have been over there to set her up.
Well, no, I'm gonna tell you what it was. If you looked in his chat, they were doing that not just to Lolo, but to every panel show that they could find that had black women on it.
So it was more than one. Is it just one guy?
It's one guy, but he was doing that for clout, because they literally said in his chat that, oh, you probably got a couple of subs from that. You probably got a couple of subs from it. They were clout chasing black women's panels.
I guess.
And it was creepy, though, the way that they did it. Right? It was creepy the way he did it, because he was hitting on them while downing others, right? It wasn't even like you came up there and you're like, hi, how are you doing? Like being regular. Nah, he wasn't being...
putting it on thick, putting it on heavy. I love black women. I love black women. So that they could try to keep him around and think he was, I don't know, cool or something, or I don't know.
It was real creepy. If y'all hadn't seen it, y'all can go back and catch him on Lolo's last live. And you can, scroll to the part where you see him. It's almost 2 hours into her videos. It's pretty far in, but he was creepy as I'll get out. And I've been seeing this recently with others. There's been a lot of people coming over here to the Mo3 sector and stuff like that. They even happened to Lady Woo Woo. It was a different person, right? They're coming up asking like political questions or trying to race bait or do things like that, and they're streaming it on their platform. So if you see a new person that you ain't never seen before,
might want to check to see if they
check their channel. Check to see if they're streaming you, because they most likely are. Brooklyn, yes, I am white. But I mean, I've never hid that ever. But they literally they want to talk about political things or something like that. If you ain't never seen it before, check their channel, because I've seen this as a new phase that I want to warn the other content creators about this, that they are doing that to make content.
And keep that banner ready. I know sometimes how in the back chat, you can see the authentication. So a lot of times us as CCs, we know if that's really them, because we can see their authenticated name and we're used to seeing it. But so sometimes I don't put up the banner at those times, but I do gotta make it a habit of doing it, even if I think that's them. But whenever it's somebody I can't authenticate or somebody new, I sure put that banner up real quick. Real quick. Look at JD. She said, Brooklyn, don't you see that white face on the avatar?
Child, do I need to change my picture to another one so they
You
can,
know that one face where it's really white, where you kind of
Yeah, let me do that one right quick. Let me do that one right quick.
There you go, right there.
There we go. There we go. Now you can see my Casper realness.
Oh, that one, she looks like part of the Addams family. That little girl. What's the little girl name?
Are you talking about
Wednesday?
Wednesday, yeah. I look so mean.
One of my favorite shows, right? Wednesday. They turned it into a TV show.
And they got that new girl playing, and
I love that girl. Mm-hmm.
She doing the thing. You got to give her credit. Like she do it creepy. I'm like, yeah, you.
What you mean they got a new girl? They switched the girl?
No, it's this one you talking about. I'm talking about she ain't like the original.
It only was one season and they switched her already. I'm like, okay, yeah, but she's cool. I like her. I really do. She's been in a few movies that I've seen before in the past. She's a good actress.
Oh, she really is. She's doing her thing.
Yes. Yeah, Wednesday Addams on Wednesday.
Yeah, her name is Jenna Ortega. Thank you, James. She's doing that thing.
Here?
Huh?
She said, why do black women in the chat have an issue with me asking a question?
Oh, there ain't no issue about it. It's just we wondering if you're new and you ain't been around and didn't know, and why you didn't know, because everybody knows.
Yeah, Shanice says she doesn't have an issue. Yeah.
It's just, No.
Oh
no, I get it. If you're new here, you wouldn't know, right? If you're new to the beef sector, that's the only reason they ask is because they're like, oh, okay, so yeah, she's new. She don't know. You know what I'm saying? She ain't had a chance to meet me yet.
She was new. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why people ask around here. If you knew, they're gonna ask you a few questions. First, they're gonna ask you, what sector are you from? How'd you find us? Because trust me, I went through the same questions myself and pretty much everybody else that when they first popped up, same questions. Everybody gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. And we joke around here, and you know what I'm saying? They don't mean no harm. We all do that. It's just what we do. Because we wonder, who people are, where they came from. Because, it is, it's like when you go to a new neighborhood and you just moved in, and people gonna ask you those questions like, hey, where you from? That's just the way it is. It's like you moved into a new neighborhood. That's all it is. It's an unofficial welcome. Yeah, that's just the way it is. We're gonna ask some questions, child. We're gonna ask some questions sometimes. So please don't take that to heart. And you're welcome here. But you know what I'm saying? You don't understand. I get it. But yeah, did you catch anything else out on the streets that I may have not have caught?
No, not really. Yeah, yesterday when I was live, I was like, I ain't really watched a whole lot. But no.
Yeah, it was
nothing really. Oh, who was that? There was something else you was gonna talk about.
Let me go look back. Because that child that keep myself straight, I always had to look at things.
Or maybe you got everything. Oh, we forgot to talk about a girl. We forgot to talk about Cruiser.
Oh yeah, what happened on your live, child? I'm gonna forget my favorite person live yesterday.
There's something else we were supposed to talk about. But Cruiser and Just Read My Book got into it in my chat yesterday, and it kind of carried on
into Miss Tivas.
Yes.
Yes, it did, child. Basically, Just Read My Book said she don't like Cruiser. And Miss, Cruiser's like, what? We ain't never had no interactions. Like, why you, I don't understand where this vitriol's coming from. Like, we ain't never had no bad interactions. I ain't never did nothing to you kind of situation. And then she's like, I ain't beefing with somebody that live in my area. And Just Read My Book took that as she basically took it as a threat, right? And Miss Cruz said, no, it's just we live in the same area. I ain't trying to deal with all that mess. You know what I'm saying? Taking people to court, doing all that other stuff. She ain't trying to deal with it, child. She don't want to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically what that just down comes down to. Hey, Miss Cruiser, am I right? Is you just don't want to beef with somebody that's in your area because you don't want to deal with all that mess. You ain't never had a problem with Just Read My Book. She got a problem with you. And you like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Just Read My Book don't like me either, Miss Cruz, and I ain't never did nothing either, so don't feel bad about it, child. Don't feel bad. You know what I'm saying? She got her feelings on certain people she likes, certain people she don't like, and she can do her thing, Thizzle. Um, you know what I mean? But I ain't, you know what I mean? I ain't worried about it. And I know you ain't worried about it.
Well,
But
hey, good morning, Cruiser. Okay, so this what had happened. We was live yesterday, discussing beef sector shit and also discussing Diddy. And Just Read My Book came into the chat. Cruiser was already on the panel talking to me and you and Corio, or you and I. And so Just Read My Book came in and she was like, howdy. We was like, hey, what's up? We just kept on carrying on. And then Cruiser started talking about going down to the was going down to the courthouse, or we started talking about the case because we found out that Dovey lost. And then Cruiser is basically was a wash, really. Ain't nobody getting nothing really. And so Just Read My Book said something in the chat, she said, at Cruiser, me not caring for you has nothing to do with Dovey. I just don't like you. Because Cruiser had mentioned, like you said, like she didn't know they was beefing or, anything like that. So that's what kind of kicked it into gear. And so they just got to talking back and forth. And then Just Read My Book said it takes a mighty lonely person to take the time to do that for kicks. And I'm trying to remember Cruiser, do you remember what she said that? Was that you when you was talking about going to the courthouse, or it was something about the courthouse or the doc, like looking up record? What was we talking about? Do you remember, Charlie?
yeah, basically, it was when Cruiser was talking about she ain't got time to be going back and forth to the courthouse.
Okay. And then Just Read My Book, I guess she said it takes a mighty lonely person to take the time to do that for kicks. And then Cruiser said the reason why she thinks Just Read My Book doesn't like me is because one day it was a storm or something down there, and she said Just Read My Book was said something about allegedly that she lives on the coast, or you know how it is when they having those hurricanes down there, and we be real concerned with the people who's in the path or whatever. So Cruiser said, but then I found out that she actually don't live on the coast. And she was like, well, how's she gonna say she live on the coast? So then Just Read My Book in the chat said, who said they lived on the coast? And Cruiser said, well, let me go back and let me go back and double check. If I'm wrong, I apologize if I'm wrong. And then Just Read My Book said in the chat, I don't care what you do, Cruiser. And then that's when Cruiser was like, I ain't want to beef with you, and I definitely don't want to beef with somebody who's in my vicinity that I live close to. Something like that. Am I pretty much on track, Cruiser?
Yeah, she basically said right here in chat, I think it's silly to be typing at someone that's right up the street from me.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But she took that as a threat. Just Read My Book took that as a threat. And then when we realized she was taking it as a threat, that's when Cruiser started explaining exactly what she meant, which was like, we stay nearby each other. Why are we beefing online and being a keyboard gangster when we stay right near each other? We can just sit down and talk or have some coffee and squash it out. But Just Read My Book took it as if I stay near you. You're not that far away. What you want to do.
And then Cruiser said here right here, she asked, was it true that the judge had picked her up and brought her to court?
Yeah.
Miss Cruiser, I love your little Miss.
Just Read My Book said, she said to me, she said in my chat, she said, it wasn't said to you, the hood table, but if it was said to you, how would you receive it? And I said, I wouldn't have took that as a threat. I mean, we're talking about Cruiser. Not like Cruiser can't get him up. I ain't trying to say that, Cruiser. I ain't trying to say you can't bang or you can't get out there and scrap. You know, shit, I grew up fighting. I'm sure I still got a couple of swings in me. But I'm just saying, we're talking about Cruiser. And I even said yesterday, remember, Charlie, I said if it was like certain individuals that I know in the B sector be on that type of time, then I would probably be like, oh, okay, all right. But I'm going to tell you one thing. You come to this, though, and we got 9 millies over here.
We got the pew pews, child. Hey, Miss Dovey, good morning.
A whole bunch of chrome. Okay.
I'm gonna say this. I could understand in some ways, but when she came back and re-said what she said and what she meant by it, there was no after that like thought process. She said that they could have a grown woman conversation. You know what I'm saying? But the first one was, I ain't beefing with nobody who's in my city when we can see each other. If you don't know Cruiser or you don't know what's going on, or maybe you could misconstrue that. I could get that. You know what I'm saying? Because words can be misconstrued, right? But Miss Cruiser then, reiterated why and what she meant by that. And she said, you in my area. I ain't trying to beef with you, so we have to go to court, because I understand Cruiser said it. Cruiser said it without saying it, pretty much. If I'm wrong, Miss Cruiser, you can correct me. But if you're in the same city, right, versus being across the lands, someone could absolutely put a restraining order on you and take you to court and do these things because you can do something, right? And I think it's basically that Miss Cruiser didn't want to have to deal with all that.
Right. But the crazy thing is, she just had court, and Dovey's in the chat, so Dovey's know. She just had court and was just trying to say another content creator was trying to threaten her via the internet, communication threat or whatever. And that one got basically thrown out. So now you threaten to go back to court again? And that's why I made that post yesterday on my community wall. I was like, dang, everybody just want to, the thing to do now is just to take people to court, just to take people to court. I'm like, wasting the court's time
and money, child, because you have to pay court fees.
You really don't need to call the police, and you taking them from out there, for other people who need emergencies or something like that, when there's no real need. You're wasting the court's time and taxpayer dollars by just, oh, I'm scared. Oh, I'm scared. You ain't scared. Come on now. Ain't nobody in my motherfucking city even scares me. And I live in the hood all my life. Shit, I walk through this motherfucker, drive through this motherfucker every day. It's just some of this shit. I just hate how people be dragging this shit out. It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. And I know a lot of people are sick of it. Sick of it. Even when Dovey's in the chat, even when I listened to Dovey say what she said, even when I read the docs, I'm like, come on now, you really think Dovey gonna come down? I'm looking at this shit, I'm laughing. We all know how Dovey is. She be up there talking shit on her panel, being animated. That's her character. I wouldn't have took that as a threat. I just wouldn't have. Ain't nobody gonna come do shit.
Like Miss Coffee said, beef or shut up. If you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna drop this link. And Miss Cruiser, if you would like to come up, if Miss Dovey, you would like to come up and celebrate your win for the court, well, the win of not having to deal with nothing. That's the way I'm gonna say it, because it both got thrown out, right? But technically, it's a draw in my opinion. Like you said yesterday,
it was a wash,
not having to deal with it no more. It's finally over with. That's what I would say it would be it's over with. You ain't got to worry about going back and forth to court right now. Hopefully, if it was, speaking of which, the Hood Table, did you get a chance to look to see if you want, you might want to do this on your show, whether it was with prejudice or whatnot?
No, I didn't.
All right.
I was watching, actually, when I got off of here, who was live? Was it K-Fit? Oh, yeah. Well, first of all, I was on the phone for about a couple of hours with my homie. And then after that, I started watching K-Fit's video. And then I don't know who else I was watching. I literally fell asleep in the middle of watching somebody last night. So no, I didn't get a chance to.
Yeah. Oh, you fell asleep watching Lemon Child?
It had to be Lemon. I don't know who it was.
Because girl, I was in the chat with you and we was cutting
so
up.
I did comment in his chat. See, I remember.
And you was over at Lolo's for a little while because I remember I said you up late. That ain't like you.
See, that's what I'm telling you. I fell asleep in the middle of somebody's chat. I don't know.
But I'm gonna go ahead and post this link, and if anybody got something to say, they want to pop up before, you know, and say their grievances about anything that was said here today, Miss Lightbright, you know, if you're in the clouds and you want to clear up anything that was said, Crystal G, if you want to come up here and pop up and say your piece about anything that's been said in the beef sector in the last 2 or 3 days, you are more than welcome to. Mr. Beasley, you know, I got that hot tea from Mr. ZX, which I do have the email. Mr. ZX sent it to me, right? About the stuff. And I realized I said I knew who it was from. I knew it was you, but I didn't know that I'm so sorry, Mr. ZX and everything. I missed the part that there was another person who actually sent it to you and you forwarded it. I didn't see that part. So if you would like to come up and clear that, Mr. Beasley, you may. And say what you got to say. You know what I'm saying? Anybody is welcome to hit the link at this time and, you know, tell me your grievances, child. Your grievances.
That's all I have to say is I'm innocent.
Yeah, this time the hood table is innocent. It's not like the other.
I'm innocent. Always, always.
I did it, child. I admit it. I did it, child. I did it. It was all my fault. But I have heard of that Les Watkins person before. You know what I'm saying? I gotta change around my thing. Hey, Miss Cruiser.
Hey, Charlie. I'm coming up on your camera, girl.
Hey, Cruiser, baby. How you doing?
Good morning, everybody. So I'm gonna say this real quick. She was found not guilty in the criminal case. So I don't know whether you mean civil for the bias or without bias or with bias. But in the criminal case of the threat, Samantha found Dubby not guilty. In fact, Samantha said, don't y'all bring y'all ass. Can I say ass on your channel?
Yeah.
Don't bring y'all ass back to court. Don't bring it back to my court, their court, basketball court, racquetball court. Don't take it to the prom queen court, TSCC court, teen small claims court. Don't take it to TS Madison court. Don't bring your ass back to court. That's what Samantha said. She found her not guilty on the threats. So you mean to tell me that Samantha found this woman not guilty? And I'm going to vote for her in the next election, by the way. I don't know whether she up for electing. You know, you're electing judges. And I don't know whether she up this time or next time, but I'm going to vote for Samantha. Samantha, you got my vote. She said, this is ridiculous. That you women are here. Don't bring y'all ass back to court no more. So I find it funny that she says, you threatened me because I said I don't want to beef with nobody in my area. And I've been saying that. I've been saying I don't understand two folks in the same area beefing. Jay Dunn, you right. I hope she do. I hope she do. Go right back over there. Because see, that area over there is itty bitty. Ain't but one. We ain't gonna sit before but one. So I hope she do go right back in that same court. Dubby, could you send me that public defender's name? I want him. I want him for mine too. I mean, you know, they may not give it to me. However they give it to me, if I gotta pay him, I will. I want him.
Start your Cash App fund for your Uber drives and, you know, transportation.
Is that you, Mr. Beasley?
Good morning.
Good morning. Okay, I was just making sure. I was gonna let Miss Cruiser finish her statement. I was just making sure it was you.
So I thought it was ridiculous that she's gonna try to pull the same thing. And on your chat yesterday, I did backpedal and put pop because I'm a good law-abiding, working, taxpaying citizen. I was like, who wants to go to court? But then I thought about it. I got to be a bunch of PTO time that won't take many hours away from me going on the next cruise. I can go on up there because sometimes people need to. They don't know shit sting, and they need to know.
Is that you, Miss Dovey?
Yes, ma'am. How you doing?
Okay, I just had to make sure, you know.
So me myself, would I take something like this to court? Absolutely, I didn't offer it, but she did. But then when I thought about it, I said, just like Dovey said in the chat, she was trying to use that to scare me back or whatever. The same thing she tried to do with Jay Wilson. And to my understanding, Jay Wilson's name got brought up in the court. She said, who's Jay Wilson? And like I said over there at T-Velocity chat, had they extended it to the 26th like she wanted them to, they would have had to ask who's Cruiser, because now she's threatening to take her to court.
Yeah, man. Hey, everybody on the panel.
Hey, Miss Dovey,
Hey,
congratulations.
Dovey. Hey, Mr. Beasley.
Yeah.
Mr. Beasley, we ain't gonna fight today, are we? Okay, I'm playing with you.
I go after Beasley.
Mr. Beasley.
What are you talking about, Charlie? I think this is from,
Back TV on or something.
I think this is from 3 days ago.
Yeah, it was about that email that had sent around, and I thought that you were the one who was the main sender, and I misread, and it was Les Watkins that was the main sender. It was my fault. I cleared
For
that
what?
up. The forwarded email that's been sent everywhere, because it says Paris Noset on the first top, and that was the name that you were using to hit links. That's why I knew that was you.
It's my email address. Yeah. Oh, I've said it to his face. I mean, it's no secret.
It was a misconception on my end.
Oh no, it's no problem. It's no problem. I mean, I want everybody to know it's me. I'm standing firm on that. I firmly believe that guy.
Charlie.
Okay.
What'd you say, Hood Table?
He's saying it was him.
Well, he sent it and forwarded it, but somebody else sent it to him. Am I correct, Mr. Beasley?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it landed in my email, and I just said, "Oh wow!" People send me things because I'll do things that other people won't do. So I expect that from time to time.
They got TV. Who is that?
Yeah.
Is that you, Beasley?
Pardon me.
Yes,
You got some background noise, Mr. Beasley.
All right. Yeah, but Tangerine, I call him because he's far too sweet to be a lemon. That is not a lemon. Lemons are sour. But Tangerine is very feminine, and there's just too many. There's too many. There's just too many red flags, and it's not a big deal except that he doesn't seem to be able to accept it. But what that email said, now that I remember, that he's like in the course of going through a transition, like hormone shots, the whole thing. That he doesn't want to be a man no more, like he's on on some Bruce Jenner thing.
I have the email right here in my email box. It's right here. I'm looking at it, and it's very well written for whoever done it. If you would, I can present it right now and show.
All right, thank you for letting me up, ladies. I'll be in the chat.
No, wait, Miss Cruiser.
Wait, Miss Cruiser.
I don't want to sit up here through that. I don't know nothing about
Okay.
They got nothing to do with me.
We will wait on that. I won't.
Then I come back. Okay.
I want you and Miss Cruiser to have y'all's conversation. We'll get to that in a minute if we have to. But you and Miss Cruiser go ahead and have y'all's conversation. You go ahead, Miss Dovey.
Oh, hi, Miss Cruiser. Hey, again, hey, everybody on the panel. Beasley, Hood Table and chat. You see how that she was gonna do that thing, so it worked like that. You can pop up in the courtroom. That judge made it clear to her. Didn't pay, but yesterday it was an even draw. I didn't care. I just wanted shit to be over. You remember I kept saying that, man, I wasn't ready for this here stuff to go to court. I don't want to, but since that you got me here, let's play. That's what my attitude was for the whole time. But I was going to go, and I was going to go hard. But the first day, she said that I had did a community threat. To her. She was coming in the chat and dropping message saying that you going to jail for 120 days. So it basically, you're going to jail for 120 days. So it's like that you're going to silence me? What? And then she say, she'll put on a community wall, Thank you. I got that. But see, I didn't know this here was going on, ladies. I didn't have no idea for 11 months she was putting all these awful things on her community wall about me and my family. Like, oh my God. And then when that had happened, then I started paying attention to the community wall. So when I went to court the first day, they said, okay, we'll give you a public defender. She came back and said that, oh, I thought you had a lawyer. That's Florida. Oh my God, it was one thing after another thing. So when we went back to court another time, went back to court another time. She said something about what she want from me is that don't mention her name ever. Now, don't get now. I go to court the next day about my case to her. Don't mention her name ever again. And I go and get some psychic help. Right? I said I go every 3 months. No, it's no deal. No, I'm going to speak on her like she speak on me. And then the public defender say, yes, Dover, you're right. Let's take the trial. I got everything. Then when the time comes that the next day, when it's supposed to be my day to go to court, you remember it was Thursday and Friday, she didn't show up. She found be sick. That same old judge that ruled her Monday seen her on YouTube. And I said, this woman you looking for, judge, she right here on YouTube. So the judge say, okay, remind me that. But things had don't pass so fast without her not coming, So anyway, went there again. All of a sudden, now the time would change from 1 to 2 o'clock. Oh my God. On and on, getting back with this same old woman, with this same old case. Come on, man. I'm tired of hustling the scooter trying to get me here back and forth. That's my attitude. I'm really furious. And the judge seen it on my face. And my attorney, he really would kept on saying, Dovey, calm down. So I said that, okay, I know how to, longer that is take, that means something good going to come out of it. Just relax, Dovey, just relax. They watching you, just relax. She not here. They don't call her name several times. Still with the same old stuff. Everybody out, and then the time for to go to lunch. Everybody at the courtroom don't go. My attorney says that who that they were waiting for. She's still not here. They all goes up there to the podium up there in front of the judge and was talking about it. This boy who that she had, he said that a judge, we want to put it into the 26. Judge say, no, I run this courtroom. No, it's not. And then it was two like police ladies that was there. She said that we gon' then my man said, it's set for trial for today. Then she said that, okay, get the sheriff out there for a pickup order. I want her here at 2 o'clock. Get her on the phone. Then her man said that, okay, Judge. He was shaking his head. Okay, I call her. And then the judge said to me, because I'm on about in the courtroom beside all these other people that working in the courtroom. She said that, okay, then we're going to do trial at 2 o'clock, and I'm going to have a good lunch. I see you was here, very patient, and I thank you, and I see you after lunch at 2. And then that's what happened. After 2 o'clock come, they called out her name. She wasn't there, but she was with the deputy. They was bringing her in. They brought her in. She made it there like 2:15. And they start using like the guys that like locked up. They start calling them guys, because those guys there, the police officers in there, them guys was in handcuffs in there. So they got all them out the way, because again, they want to do it at 2 o'clock. But, of course, the deputy, they have her. They brought her in. She had 2 of them have escorted her in. Oh, me, oh, my, with a cane. I was looking for that damn tank, which she was pulling it before. Okay, that's just fine. They took her over there on the other end. I'm on one side of the courtroom, on the opposite end. I don't know what they were saying, but they were around there. They were all whispering, about 4 or 5 of them, just whispering. So, yeah, I didn't care. I just was basically like just still looking at, with my headset, just looking on the video, looking on my tablet. Next thing you know, when they did call us up there, they called me, and what did they do? They swear me in. And no, they ain't had to swear me in. No, they ain't swear me in. Anyway, when they got to us, then they told her to come on around there. Here go these damn ladies. Listen to the play. bringing her home around the old me, old my, on a cane, coming on up there, right? Got up there, and then they swear her in. So I looked at her directly in her face. I'm gonna take my eyes off of her. I just kept on looking. No, you gonna tell me right in my face? You know, my attitude. No, I didn't. I wasn't on the stand. I didn't have to say nothing to her, nothing to the court, nobody. I was right there by the Lord, so I'm not on the stand or nothing. So I just basically was looking at her, and then the judge was looking at her, and then he was saying to her like a couple of questions, like, "Do they see me in the courtroom?" And then saying that, what did I say to her? She said that I said I would come to her house, bust out her window, and beat her ass. And so her man said, "Well, okay, thank you." Then all of a sudden now, they had asked to play the video. So my man said, no. He said, "Could we play that part of the video, Judge, for the part with the threat, the part that I want you to listen to?" And my man said, "No, play it from the beginning, from the time she started until after that, the part that you want to listen to, the thread to after that." So then the judge said, "Yeah, play it from the beginning." They started playing the video from the beginning. Here I was, goofing off and laughing. Just it showed me cutting up, laughing. And I was saying that it was Fish Fry Friday. But y'all, let me tell you what happened over there. So basically, it was showing my demeanor that it was like a bull crap look on my face. You know, I'm just talking trash. Then I said, "Renee's over there," and all just laughing and goofing off. So when they got through with that, her man say, "Okay, I'm through. Okay, Judge, that's what I want you to hear." So she's still up there. I'm still right here. So okay, it's time for my man time. All of a sudden, he opened up this folder with all this stuff. Her picture was everywhere. Like, oh my God. So he said that, "Do she see me?" She said, "Yeah." I said, "What I'm wearing?" She said, "What I'm wearing." Then he said, that, "When the last time that you seen me?" She said that, "Have you seen me since the time that I left your house?" She said, "No." And says that, wait a minute, her man said to her, say, "Do you think so she would have carried that out?" Yeah, she got a history of doing stuff like this, right? So anyway, so her man said, "Okay, I'm finished." So then my man said that, "When the last time that you see her? Did you see her any time before the day, since that day?" She said, "No." So then he said that, "Did Dobie ever, do you know anything about Dobie have any medical issue?" See, what happened is that she not getting it. He putting it from the channel. He putting it from her YouTube, what that thing? Community wall. He said, "Do you know anything about Dobie have any kind of sickness, like with any kind of sickness with breast cancer and had chemo and radiation?" "No, I don't know nothing about it." "How long she was there with you?" He said, "For 4, she said the time, what it was, April, the time don't have there, but she never did say nothing about that, her health issue that she had and what she was going through." She said, "No." And said that, "Do you ever see, was Dobie taking any type of medication there at your house?" "No, I haven't. She takes some, but I don't know what you take." So no. So that was 2 times right there. So basically, then he go back in here. He said, did Dobie, he said, so it's something that she put on her community wall, something about that you wear dentures or guava, all kind of little stuff. Like, he said that doing chemo and radiation, he said doing chemo and radiation, she said Dobie got very, very sick. So basically that she lost her teeth or something. Did you know anything about her wearing dentures? No. And y'all never did talk nothing about that. Said no. See, these things that he ain't asked me this year. All the while, common sense, he putting it from the community wall. So then he said that right here, it was some kind of white guy, y'all. I'm black, no offense to nobody, black or white. Some white guy got on drugs, and anyway, he drove himself off of a cliff. She used the white guy's name and told for me to go and do that. Y'all, I don't pay no attention to that woman community wall, but it was on her community wall. The man asked her about the guy. So with the judge being white and they white, so they know this here rock star that who did this here said that, what did you mean about? So they said that, who is this man here? She was telling him about that he was a rock. She was telling him who he was, and he died with a drug overdose, and he ran off the cliff. He 86 himself by running off on a cliff. He said, "What did you mean about that? Who you was talking to?" She said that to Dovey. So you want her for what happened to him? That is what you want Dovey to do to herself. She said, yeah. So then he said, then the judge say, talk up a little. So then Nathan, you know, they going through the papers. Here, all three parties, the judge, her man, and my man, they got the same thing. Turn over another paper. He turned around. He said that Dr. J. Wilson. He said that Dr. J. Wilson said, you said that you putting legal action on him with your attorney and cease and desist. Did you do that? Did you do that already? She said, yeah. Said that, do your attorney, do he know anything about that you got to do something like that? She didn't answer. She said that, well, what has he got to do with it? She said, the judge say, just be quiet. Just answer the question. That's my job. Answer the question. Because the judge yelled at her, you know, got very, very rude at her and told her to close her mouth. You don't question him. She said, you don't question him. This is my courtroom. I run this courtroom. Just answer the question. And then she said that, yeah, but you never did say nothing to your attorney that about this here, that for what you put right here, he don't know nothing about it. And she go, no. Okay, move on to another part of the paper. So they get Jay Wilson out. They think that, you know, they went and did something in effect with Jay Wilson community wall. It wasn't nothing on Jay Wilson community wall that Jay Wilson retaliate or said something back to her. Nothing. They couldn't find it. It couldn't be found. All of a sudden, they go through, getting back, looking at, they had Joyce and they had Louisiana Red right there, right? Already, they don't put them on the shuffle because it couldn't be found. Since that it wasn't no response out of those ladies, and everything basically is a threat to everybody. The man said, my man said that you got a history of doing this here. Then she said, what do you mean? I'm talking about with you on this here community wall. So then he said that on your community wall, when the last time you posted on your community wall? She said that maybe 2 or 3 days ago, maybe. He said, are you for sure? She said, yes, 2 or 3 words. Then he asked her again. She said, yeah. Then he said, then what happened 13 hours ago? This it was on your community wall. Then she said, oh, it was about me and my friends. We were cooking some collard greens. No, oxtail, whatever they pick. And she had made a video saying that we didn't have no man. But still yet, I didn't put it on my community wall. But you go and put that directly at Dovey. All this is what you did, knowing that you going to court. All right. So anyway, he pulled that out. And they say that he had pulled out of there. Oh man, it just got so doggone bad. When he made her clear it up, make her repeat herself about that community wall, and when the last time you put something on there, just for her to really like get it together, because he already know that she had no damn lie. The judge, me and the judge both I'm just basically like looking at her. The judge looking at her. The judge just lost interest. It lost interest. So you mean to tell me that this woman, no, I'm not going to say this woman. You mean to tell me that she was in the house with you from April 8th? Oh, yeah, they got on to the thing about, do you know anything about Dovey falling and had to go to the hospital? No. She had already fell, but did she go to the hospital? I had to go to the hospital when the time that she was with you. She went somewhere. I don't know where she go. All of a sudden, right there, it said the date when I was there at her house, the time and everything, the whole hospital report right there. How could you know that something happened? You don't know that it had not happened. Well, she was drinking. But now, here you go. You say that you don't remember that I had don't fall. Then you talking about, well, she was drinking and she fall down. She been got hurt. She said that too. But you know, but did you ever seen her being black and bruised up from it? Did you see anything? She always had bruises on, but did you see it? No. Here they go. They got the picture of my body, how I was all messed up. So it was like, then he said a couple more things. It was really like, it just took the attention off. You know, the shit was just going out the door. So then the judge say now, okay, anything else? My man sat down and said, no, that was it. The judge told her that she can get down. Now watch this here. Now before they was bringing her up there with a cane and all type of assistance, she took that cane and wrapped it around her, like put it across her wrist, and went and just sat down right over there. No problem. Wow. All the while that all that is being seen. The lawyer, that public defender that he had, he could have cut her off, could have cut the man, say, a judge, for even asking her, even to repeat it for the second time about that, your community wall, and when the last time you've been on your community wall. She said a couple of days ago. Then he said that, why you put this here? This here is 13 hours ago. Maybe, or something. So no, this is what you put here. So, and then he asked about, when you calling somebody a monkey, who you calling a monkey? Toby. But they couldn't find nothing on my community wall that I did any kind of retaliation by, just besides of that video right there. So then the judge said, well, okay then. Okay, enough. I'm getting ready to rule. Y'all want to do y'all family thing? Junior, her attorney said that, well, in the code book 15073, it said that community threat is this, here, there, and there. My lawyer said, right there in the code, this is what communication threats mean. The judge said, now it's her part. Now I'm gonna tell you about communication threat. She looked at her in the video and said that, I looked at the video and I heard it very, very well. She didn't threaten you. It wasn't no threat in there. She says, Renee, it could have been anybody. It wasn't no threat. She was goofing off. She was playing around. Yes, the language was bad, but she didn't make no threat to you. And then she said, you know what? Right now, this time here, it was not proved, not guilty. This is not proving anything that she made any kind of threat to you. And then she said, I want to say this here. She said, when I seen you two ladies come in here, she said, I was very, very shocked. She said that this stuff here is middle school stuff. Like all my time that I got, and this is what I got to take care of dealing back with some YouTube stuff. Keep this here on YouTube. And I left. I said, okay, thank you, George. Here I am. Then I thought, then my attorney walked me out. Because she said that when they said not guilty, she said she won't talk to the judge. Say, no, talk to him. And the judge started packing up her stuff to leave. I got my stuff left, and my man came behind me. And he basically gave me a hug and said, I did. I said, you did good. He said, I told you I had to say, you had nothing to say. All that. He said, get on YouTube, block her, and go ahead and do your show. And that's basically what happened.
Shout out to Elon College of Law and all them law students who took time to come on down on the beach section and pull all that evidence.
They did everything and stuff I didn't know nothing about. It was paper after paperwork. Then they asked her about my card. About the card. They asked me about the card. Like what happened? They went and put up with the date. They when my card went missing. It happened. Now, when I'm talking about the card, I'm talking about my Direct Express with my money card on. It came missing right after I filed papers on her. Any other time, is no kind of recall that Adobe money card went missing. But it was sent down there to Florida, to Davenport, Florida, under her real name. Real name, middle name, and last name to a Davenport address. Give me some kind of phony. Gave them the phone number to the people. My phone number. I don't know nothing about Davenport, Florida. I'm from Florida. I don't know nothing about over there. But it all went to her real name, to that address over there. So the judge mentioned that Greensboro is handling that with that case right there. So that was it.
So there is another case, but it's not you directly involved. That's something that Greensboro is bringing against her,
Yeah,
possibly.
yeah, I don't have to do that.
Okay.
Because it took me through too much. She did not take, she did not take my Social Security check, all that. No, it didn't. No, that didn't happen. At July 30th at 4:13 a.m. in the morning, she switched the address for it go to a different address in Florida. And I'm right here. Then she gave them my phone number and some phony email address. And it was nothing that pertained to me. Nothing. And it's not my email address. That's what she did. She did it. And it went up, and she's so smart dumb that it went up under her real name because I brought in her mail and it says her real name. And it was the real name that she used to send it to her address in Florida. I know, I want to say this here, then I'm going to try to, I know a lot of people don't like me. I think so it would be really, really something if I really got that money last year, because I went and did it yesterday to their screen for everything I can think of. It didn't matter to me. I just want to be done with this thing because I didn't want to talk about it. I want to be done over with. Win, lose, or draw. Y'all going to know exactly what happened, but I'm going to still live to see another day. And that's what my attitude was about it. That's it. But when it all boiled to it, yesterday was an even draw, and Monday I did win. It wasn't nothing. She cannot come in their courtroom with this YouTube stuff. It was made clear, not to me, because hey, it's not me. It was made clearly to her. She cannot do nothing. She don't know the meaning of community threat. That was nice. Somebody, long as I've been going for that woman house, this woman don't even got no car. Yes, she do got a car. Have you seen her drive the car? Yeah. What type of car she got? Economic. She got an Economic. But have you seen her driving it? Somebody car I seen her driving. Oh my God, goodness. But still, yeah, I catch the Uber there and hustling every chance that I get with transportation to get down there to the courthouse. Out of all the money that the scooters give me, don't you think so? I had a car, I would have got it going to go to the courthouse, and much that it cost me. What don't make sense is not damn true. She was doing that for malicious intent. Like, hey, you don't something. You have freedom of speech. She want to go through your room, go in everybody's chat, antagonize you. Same thing that she did with Pizarro for a whole damn year. Pizarro about like 27 or 28 years old. That young lady almost lost her mind with that woman kept just doing stuff to her. But Pizarro,
so it seems like one, she likes to start stuff with people. And then when it doesn't go her way, then she wants to start screenshot and say she gonna take them to court and put papers on them.
No,
but
it ain't that easy.
But here's the thing: what she needs to understand is that these courts do not want to be all caught up with these cases. If it's a legitimate case where something is going on, there are some cyber crimes that needs to be looked at, indeed. But when you coming in there because you engaging with somebody and then you're going to holler and say they're threatening me or they're bullying me and they're harassing me, and you're engaging with them and you going back and forth with them as much as they're going back and forth with you, there are some judges who are fed up with it. And let me tell you something else. Just because it's a public defender does not mean that it's not going to be a good attorney, because a lot of them work with law students who need lots and lots of practice. And we have lots and lots of law schools around here, from Duke University up there in the Durham area all the way up 85 to Charlotte, law students who need practice. And this cyber practice is a whole new thing to the court. They love practice on that. Paralegals who wants the end. So that thing, went probably the way most people thought it was going to go, with them, coming out with showing. I'm sure them law students was going all through the beef sector, looking at stuff, running it. So yesterday I was like, why she want to take me to court? At first I was like, Then I said, well, maybe she needed another example. Maybe she needs another example. And I'm not saying this to pick on her or bully her or whatever. And I know I like to, knick-knack and be petty and silly and whatever. But that's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. There are some stuff done online that really needs to be looked at because it's causing people harm or it's true threats. But this right here, where you want to go back and forth with people, it ain't it. And I don't know how she's going to learn. This ain't it.
It's not. I mean, this is what, like I said, I could have been on did something about it, but no, let it go away. And I don't say it, man. No, this stuff is sickening, and I didn't want nothing to do with it. But since that you got me here, let's play. Paper goes both ways. No, I wasn't gonna give her what she want. I'm gonna go. No, let's take this here to trial. We gonna do this here thing, and I'm gonna go hard. But come to find out, with all the evidence, she did it to herself.
And Debbie, when you first told me about it, what'd I tell you? You don't want to mess with North Carolina courts. And you said, well, it ain't me taking it. It's her.
It flipped on her. But she
Well,
tried
that's
to.
what you said. You said, it ain't me taking it to court. It's her. When I said, you don't want to mess with North Carolina courts up in this, all down in Graham and up and down these little red, redneck roads. These good old boys down here. Good old boys.
They had a lot on her, including the names. They had the birthdays that she goes by. They had a lot, but it was like that. Tell you, I really did feel shame and damn embarrassed. How could a girl stop? And each time the man keep coming back, but then why you put this here on your community wall? Who you was talking about with this here? So over you want death on this woman. I mean, I'm just gonna say like this here. You want death on it. Who you was talking about for them to kill? Well, don't you know so and so he died with a drug overdose and he drove the car off the cliff. And y'all know with me being black, that ain't our people. I never heard of this damn man before. But the judge them, they heard about it. So that's what you want? Yeah. Just a big black evil ass damn woman. Because you
And let me
can't
say this
talk
before
your
leaving the
goddamn
panel.
ass and clean your goddamn ass and clean y'all. You want to go around here and terrorize people on the damn YouTube and they say something, you going to threaten them with court. What did that judge told you? Don't you bring no shit back in there. Deal with that on YouTube. I don't want to see this. This is the first time this ever been in my courtroom. This YouTube stuff.
Keep it on YouTube.
Say that. Keep it on YouTube.
Listen, but before I leave the panel, I'm going to say this. Now, I know I have picked at her for a few hours now. I'm going to leave it alone. I'm going to leave it alone. And I always say, well, as far as messing with her, I'm going to leave it alone. Because you don't keep messing with people. Then I'll become the asshole I don't want to be. But I will say this. Don't bother me. And that goes for everybody. Don't bother me and I don't bother you. If I get petty with somebody and knick-knack with them and they say, I don't like that cruiser, I back up. Okay, they don't like that. Let me leave it alone. But don't be bothering me and then get mad, when I bother you back. I mean, we engaging. It's called it's two-way combat. Don't be acting like you done wrong and you being bullied and now you want to act like the victim. When you bother, if I ain't calling your name, don't call mine. Folks I be out of town and folks be talking about and cruiser. I don't even be thinking about you. I ain't been online. Ain't been in here. And then if I say something bad, oh, she's a bully, she's bothering me. That's some bull crap. Knock it off.
Yeah. And I want to say this here, you know what? I don't want that basic like being a bully on me. King Romanu said something over the weekend. He said that you are bullying K-Fit. That thing ran through something through my back. I say, no, I don't want that on me. According to I say, I'm leaving that alone. I don't want that. I know I can go off with my mouth, but I will not be like that bullying anybody because that is not nice. When King Romanu said that, he sparked a nerve in me. And I'm like, that's not me. I shut my mouth up, getting back with that young lady. And then she said that she wasn't here, so that she didn't know what happened, what really took place. Then they like, zoom, zoom. Don't be shut the hell up. That's a kid. You a grandmama, stay in a grandmama damn place. No, but when King Romanu said it, you are bullying her. I'm like, oh my God. That word went so heavy out of any curse word I can say. I back my ass up. That won't be on me. Of course not.
And it's always good when we can learn lessons. I mean, we all learn some lessons out on this YouTube.
No.
Thank you for letting me up, Charlie. I was glad to grace your show the first week of your doing your thing out here on the Beef Sector streets.
Thank you too, beautiful ladies. And I just wanted y'all to be able to have y'all conversation, on an uninterrupted conversation.
Sorry, Mr. Beasley. I'm going in the chat. Hopefully he comes back because I'm interested. My nosy ass want to know what's going on with that too.
It's just
Y'all have
that
a good one.
email, Miss Cruiser, that's been floating around about Lemon.
Oh, okay. Poor Lemon. Poor Lemon.
Yeah,
Lemon said, just let him live his life. Y'all worried
I'm
about
like,
what he doing around there in the bed. I'm just
well,
teasing.
they saying, you know, he showed his peen to Tracy. I'm like, when did this
What about
happen?
that? Why are we showing stuff?
I'm like, what? He was supposedly in the back showing off his wee to people. I'm like,
So he was, because I asked somebody, I said, now did he send a picture? Because I don't never trust when folks be talking about sending pictures, videos. I'm like, did you see the face? If you didn't see the face, it could be somebody else. But he was in the little back chat doing it. Okay.
supposedly he was in the back chat and they saw his wee, and I'm like, Lemon, was you drunk or did this not really happen? Like, I need you to let me know what happened.
I watched Tracy's video. According to her, that wasn't no wee.
Oh,
That was a whole. That was a whole. Okay. It wasn't a wee. It was a whole D-I-C-K. D-I-C-K.
It was a strong one, child.
That was according to, let me get my messy ass off here. Y'all have a good one.
Have a good one, Miss Cruiser. Thank you for coming up.
See you later, Cruiser.
I want to know more about this strong one too. You know, all of us ladies, we on a need to know basis.
Child. I suppose. Lemon gonna have all the women's folks after him. Shoot. Like he ain't got enough already.
My dog is going crazy, child. I know that you probably got to get onto these streets. We got I think that's Just Read My Book in the background. I think she may want to clear up. I think, or it says JBD. I'm not sure. We're gonna find out who it is. Let's add them. Hello.
Hey y'all. Hey Charlie. Hey Hood Table.
Oh, that's the boo thing. Okay, hey girl. Oh, I done made myself the main one. That ain't Just Read My Book, child. I was like, who is that?
Good morning. Yeah, Cruiser. I said, I suppose.
Oh, I didn't put my whole name back out there. My bad.
Yeah, I was like, who is that, child? The reason I thought it was Just Read My Books because it's the J and the weights.
Right. That's how I address her to that JRM, just JRMB1.
Yeah.
I get it. How y'all doing today?
We doing good. How you doing today, baby girl?
Doing good.
I am well. Miss Hood Table.
I'm innocent.
I went back because I had a busy day yesterday. I went back and caught your commentary, and I wanted to tell you I use the title from yours. That's why I said I think it was the Hood Table because they were sending me a lot of stuff. I had an event to go to later on, and I had just cleared my camera out, and I knew I was trying to shoot a couple things in the garden too. But I also wanted to take footage and do some editing for the beekeeping group.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't want them to keep sending stuff and it take my storage right back out. This is my first iPhone. I'm learning how to navigate, y'all. But you had some very good commentary. It was fair. And even if it was bad commentary, I know where I'm at. When you put your neck out there, sometimes it can get chopped off. I was lucky just to get my head knocked a couple times. Mm-hmm. I know what it is. I know where I'm at, y'all. And like I was trying to tell y'all, that crying, that emotion, that's a result of brain surgery. These are the mental health issues I deal with, emotional stuff. So at the end of the day, I'm good. I know if I know the consequences. I've been here a long time. If I didn't know somewhere, I wouldn't have did it. If I wasn't prepared for any type of backlash, I wouldn't have did it at all. Like I said, I knew full well what I was doing, putting that woman name in the title. I done it before.
That is a way to garner people to come in.
That's
you know
what I was
saying?
trying to say. We all clout chase over here. But I'm glad that you didn't take it too bad because, like I said, I had because after that whole incident happened, when shit happened, we realized some people are content creators or they're making content, and I didn't know you was a content creator, so I ran over there when the shit hit the fan with y'all. and well, with her, and then I saw that you were supposed to interview her, so I went and subscribed to your channel and hit the bell, and I'm still subscribed, by the way, and looking forward to watching your content. But so I got the notification, and so I'm up here getting ready for my video, and I hear you say, yes, somebody that told me the hood tale. I'm like, damn, y'all ain't even wait to see what I'm gonna say. I was like, probably got her over there thinking I'm about to drag her or something. I'm like, oh Lord. But yeah.
No, and
So
that's why I
get
said
it.
I'm sorry. That's why I said I think it was the hood table, because they were sending me so much stuff. They sending me discourse and everything. Not that lady. That lady, like, people don't even know my name. That lady that made it to y'all discourse. What is you saying? So that kind of hit home, huh? Like,
Yeah, and I don't have a Discord, so I don't know what that's all about. But yeah, I did yesterday my title I had what was the title of the video? Oh, it was called Cloud Chasing in the Name of Mental Awareness. And I said, well, at least she was honest. That was my title name. So I don't know what Discord. I don't have a Discord, or I'm not in nobody's Discords. But yeah, I had just saw you had went live, and then you had deleted the video. It was like a real quick video. I was like, dang, they probably got her thinking I'm about to drag her in my video or whatever. I was like, oh well.
no, not you at all. It's they sent me stuff from two people discords that these
Oh,
people, and
okay.
they got moles out here. They know, but like I said, their opinions and their interpretations, that's theirs. I'm big on everybody deserves to be heard, period. That, to me, that's a big thing. With people feeling heard is big to me, so I'm not about to stop anybody else. Initially, I'm gonna respond because I'm an emotional person. After I smoke, calm down, get it together, I let stuff ride. I mean, I know where I'm at. I know what's gonna happen. But then the Dovey just confirmed some stuff for me. If people weren't paying attention, these courts do look at social media. So for someone like me, and I do listen to advice, but at the end of the day, I have to protect myself. So don't think I don't listen to the people who are giving me sage advice. I know that's good advice not to overshare. But for me, when I'm stressed, I can't do immediate recall. I blank out, and I cannot smoke in court. I've been in court, and I couldn't defend myself at all. That judge went straight to my Facebook, and I did not end up in jail. I was the defendant. Somebody accused me of stalking them. He was stalking me. I documented everything. So when the judge saw I was emotional and couldn't, when I explained my brain situation, he went to my Facebook. He saw everything documented. That man got in trouble, not me. And when that other dude took his life, his family was on my head. But by me documenting the journey, the torture, uploading the videos to Facebook of him drinking antifreeze and stuff, I didn't end up in jail, and his family did not try to kill me. Do you hear me? I have to do what's best for me. The listening audience, do what's best for you.
And
People
document.
People can give you good advice, and it still may not work for you. Do what's best for you. I'm willing to take the talk about the drag and everything because I've done it to other people. Long as I know I am documented and good, and if anything ever happens, I can go down the line and list, this is what I was doing, this is where I started, this is where I made my change, this is how this happened. This is to protect me. I document everything any way I need to. So that's just a little.
That's good advice, though. That's good advice. But see, also, Just Blaze, situations like that some people find themselves in on here, when those mad days. You're right. A lot of us need to hear that sometimes over and over, not to share too much, especially if it's somebody that you really. I mean, there's some people on here that I'm cool with, I'm really cool with, and I still don't overshare. And there's no shade to them, but I still know where we are. You know what I mean? Definitely. So yeah, and then it's always a lesson. It's always a lesson in everything. So yeah, that's all.
You're exactly right, though, beautiful, about oversharing. We all got to be careful on these streets because you don't never know.
Yeah, I listen. I definitely listen. But if y'all see me doing other things, just know it's for a reason. But Charlie, when we go a couple days, can we start talking about doing that other thing? Because I do want to get a little bit more. I want to at least do my container garden series because I do owe my people that the mental health thing kind of took over, but I do want to at least do my container garden series. So can we chop it up in a couple days about the mental health
Oh,
thing?
yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And if you need me to screen share, like you have like specific articles or like specific things about mental health that you would like to share on the screen, I can help you do that because I got a laptop, child. It's kind of easy for me. So yeah, I would love to have that conversation.
Yes. All right, thank y'all. I'm gonna get my little booty out of here, but I just had to let the hood table know. No, you had some of the Ferris commentary. No, don't ever take it like that.
Oh, thank you. I try not to go too far either way. I try not to, with content creators and beefs and things like that. I try to be fair, but I also try to be honest without being too critical. You know what I mean? But it's hard as a content creator. It's hard for us to do that, but I try.
The hood table, do your commentary. Don't worry about nobody's feelings. Don't worry about anything. Do your commentary. We all misstep sometimes, and I don't take it personally. It's not the person, it's the thing they did at that moment. I absolutely believe that. If I'm doing something, look, get me together. Get me together.
Yep. And when I mess up or I make a mistake in my commentary, I know people that heard me. I apologize. I'm sorry. I got this wrong. I fucked up. So yeah, we have to be able to do that too. We got to stand in our shit, and also, we got to course correct ourselves when we mess up. Yep.
Yeah, I do the same. I'd apologize if I mess up on anything, Jeff.
Yeah, but I am looking forward to your content. And Charlie, she'll hit me up. I'll be looking for the notifications when you do have that discussion.
Awesome. Well, I'm gonna get my butt on out of here, but yeah, it's gonna be homestead and stuff and gardening stuff and the mental health. The mental health portion is only gonna be during certain awareness months because that is draining. That does take a lot. So thank y'all. Charlie, thanks for letting me hit the panel. Whoop whoop. First week.
You might turn me into a green thumb because Lord knows I hate dirt and bugs, but I don't know. My yard do need some improvement. It's just there's grass out there, no flowers nowhere, no nothing. So yeah,
I can't wait to have that conversation with you. That's gonna be so much fun. And thank you, beautiful, for coming up. And anytime you want to, you can hit this link, child.
But last thing I want to say, it's okay. Thank you, D Miss O. Thank you. Sure. Hey, Miss Coffee. Hey, all y'all. But the last thing I wanted to say, y'all are doing awesome. When I'm watching these chats and I'm seeing the mental health stuff that y'all dropping, the experience that y'all dropping, the tips and tricks. Lord, let me get it together. The stuff that y'all are dropping in those chats are awesome. Thank y'all.
You're welcome, boo. You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye, beautiful. Have a good one.
All right, so I'm about to get off here. My stomach growling. I've been sitting up here starving.
Child.
No breakfast, no nothing. I'm like, it's about to be 11 o'clock.
I know, child. We went a little over today. Oh, there I go with the child situation. Jay Dunn gonna pop me again. I'm breaking it though. It's gonna take me a minute.
It's okay. Y'all was over there with me so long yesterday. I'm like, why is we still on here? It's been 5 hours. We gotta go. Like,
it just kept getting better and better, and things kept happening, and then the situation with the K-Fit situation happening, it was just a lot.
It was a lot. You right. It was a lot. We didn't plan. I don't never plan to be on there that long, but sometimes the conversation be so good and talking to your homies up here and stuff, we just get carried away and forget all about the time. I was like, y'all, I ain't limit. Shit.
I can't be doing all that. I be done fell asleep like he does. I ain't gonna hold you. I fall asleep.
I ain't gonna hold you. We gotta get the hell up out of here.
Yeah, it's like what's that old saying? You ain't gotta leave, but
you gotta get the hell up out of here. And that's putting it the nice way, okay?
But thank you so much, the Hood Table, for joining me this morning and being my beautiful co-host. Me and you, we love each other like that. You my homie, my sister from another mister. And I want to thank everybody that has come out this morning. Why did I say tonight when it's in the morning? Child, I don't even know. I'm half out of it. Y'all have a good one. Make sure that, Y'all have a good day. Don't let nothing bother you. Keep smiling, keep being. And we're going to catch y'all on the flip side in these streets and see what goes on today. I hope y'all had a good one. Remember to like, share, subscribe for the replay gang. Cloud Watchers, thank y'all for being here. For the haters, thank you too, because all clicks and views count. So thank you all. Oh, wait. Before we leave, we got somebody popping up. Hey, Jay Dunn.
Say child one more time. Say it one more time.
See, she gonna give me. I told y'all she was gonna give me. I told y'all.
Say it one more time.
I'm gonna be good, Jay Dunn. I swear, I'm gonna stop saying it. I'm gonna try. I'm trying so hard.
No, I'm just messing with you. I'm not here long. Hey, good morning, y'all. But Charlie, it's a whole court case happening in Mississippi right now. You know about it?
I'm about to look that up.
A little 14-year-old girl is on trial right now because she murdered her mama and tried to murder her stepdaddy. The trial is, her name is Carly Gregg. And that's why I was late coming over here, because they on day 2 or 3 of the trial on live stream. And so that's why I was late getting over here. But I wanted to bring it to your attention because she did that up in Rankin County. You near Rankin County?
Yeah, that's where my son was born. That's where Jackson, Mississippi is.
Yeah,
Yeah, she did it in Jackson, and they tried her as an adult. And I was a 14. Well, now she done turned 15, but a 15-year-old on trial as an adult for murder. So I just wanted to know if you have been following that. I don't know if you do true crime anything, but considering that it's that close to where you are, you might want to follow up on it. Maybe that could be content later on.
Yeah, Charlie, how close are you? Well, don't say where you are, child.
Well, I'm a couple of hours.
I drove a couple of hours to cover a court case though here. But
I'm gonna have to do that tomorrow. Thank you for dropping that gem, Jay Dunn.
Okay, you're welcome. Girl, I was just amazed. Like, you can find the live stream, like, once you end off of here, just type in Carly Gregg, and it's right there. And she look, I don't know how to say how she looks.
I just typed it up. I'm looking at the news story now.
She looked like she grew up in a trailer park, but that's side the point.
She do look a little rough, but you know. But I'm just shocked that a little girl would do something like this. You know, normally you hear about boys doing this type of mess, but a little girl did it.
Ooh, I gotta go do my research. I gotta do my research and see what all had happened.
Conversation, like why she did it, like what was going on in that household.
Yeah. So while y'all were already on the line of court cases, I wanted to come and tell Charlie about that one. But I'm going to be following it as best as I can. But that's all I have one.
Well, thank you, Jada, because I didn't even know about that one.
Me either. I found it this morning, and I'm like, how did I miss this? And it all happened in March. It happened in March of this year, but some kind of way I ain't hear nothing about it until I saw it this morning. But okay, y'all. Well, have a good one.
All right, you going live today, Jay?
Maybe later on this evening. Maybe if it's something worth talking about.
All right, boo.
Okay, all right. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Right before we leave, I'm going to do one little thing before I play my outro. We got 2 contests coming up this week. I'm gonna make sure that I helped make the banners for them. So I'm just gonna share my screen on what you know is going on and whatnot. We're gonna have, let me see, where is it at? I got too many things open. Where is it at? It should, okay. I don't know. Oh, okay, I see it. My bad, y'all. I apologize. We got this one coming up first. I'm gonna make this screen. We got Ben Zone is doing a trivia night this Saturday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and whatnot. Okay, that's what we got going on this weekend. Okay, that's the first one. That's one that we got, and we're gonna switch tabs, child. We're gonna switch tabs. I'll stop that one. That's Ben Zone. She's doing that this Saturday. at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. And then we also got, I got to go through these steps again. We got the Loaded Toast Challenge coming from Creole Butterfly. She's doing it Saturday, October the 12th. So that gives you plenty of time to come up with something, because this is September. So she's giving months in advance. And I'm going to make sure that I'm going to download these and bring them up on my StreamYard so I can, you know, put them out there. If anybody else has a contest coming, let me know. Also, you know, that'll be at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Pacific Time. Okay. And another thing, Lolo is supposed to be doing, she's supposed to be doing Friday nights. She's going to do some sexy talk on Fridays. And she's supposed to be having a girls trip for people who are closer to the Virginia area. And VS, if you hear this, she invited you via me. She didn't know if you were still in the chat or you had fell asleep last night. You know what I'm saying? But she's going to get it out. If anybody in the Virginia area of the ladies in this sector, hit up Lolo herself. And you know what I'm saying? She may have certain people she wants to go. I just wanted to put that out there. She's going to be doing a Halloween contest also. Before Halloween, most likely, we're going to come up with a banner. I'm going to help be a judge for that. We have a few judges and co-hosts lined up, but she's going to do a Halloween contest this year in October. We're not exactly sure on the date yet. When I get that, I will share it out. Anybody who is a CC, please put CC in the chat. If you need watch hours, let people know so that, you know, I love promoting everybody and share everybody. If anybody knows anything about me, I love supporting the content and supporting everybody. That's just who I am, right? And so I just want to say thank you to everybody. Have a blessed day. Thank you, Hood Table. And anybody that's not subscribed to the Hood Table, please do so, child. I'll be over there all the time. She does movie reviews. She don't just do beef sector content, okay? She does everything. They also have VS should be coming back soon with ZX, and they're going to be doing their podcast. And they got, you know, their little thing going on right now. And VS has got some content up right now about the Braxton family. Also, you know how the beef sector go. Anybody that's got anything special going on and you want it, you know, advertised, I don't mind helping with that at all, because I love supporting everybody in this sector. I want to thank Lemon, ODS, VS, King ZX, the Hood Table. I'm trying to make sure I don't forget anybody in my head, on my heart. Miss Lolo, anybody who has shared my link and sent people over here, I want to thank you. Anybody who is, you know, I haven't really checked my mentions yet, but thank anybody who has put me on their community wall and shared me out. I just want to thank you all. Support anybody that sent me a cash app, like, whatever. I just want to say thank you to everybody, and I hope y'all have a blessed day. Be safe, my angels.
All right, girl. I'm out of here, but thank you so much for having me on your panel. It was fun. Can't wait to do it again.
Love you, boo. Bye.
All right, love you too. Have a good day, y'all. Bye-bye.